Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 3DO Experience, the 3DO retrospective podcast where we talk about all things 3DO, the 3DO company, and the console, and everything in between. I am Bill, and unfortunately, this time we don't have Thrak with us. His internet just gave up, and it's been a hell of a time. But in the meantime, I have some wonderful fill-in guests, co-hosts this time around. I have with me this time Chris from a novel console. How's it doing, Chris?
Hey, Bill. It's been a very, very long time. It's been almost 6 months since I've sat behind a microphone. It's crazy. Yeah. So back podcasting on the 3DO experience. So that's fun.
Nice. And we also have Nave. How's it going, Nave?
Howdy. Just literally got done editing. So I've been glued to this chair for like 5 hours. Feels real good. Definitely got a blood clot probably. Gotta get up and walk around in the middle of the episode probably.
I know that feeling. I just came off of I got the worst food poisoning yesterday.
Oh.
Like I woke up and I spent the entire day in the bathroom. It was miserable. Great way to start the week. But
Yes.
aside from that, thank you guys for joining me on 3DO in this last minute kind of scramble to get an episode this week. We may or may not be joined by Aaron. He said he might. It's 50-50. So if he shows up later, we'll also have Aaron. But for now, guys, welcome to the 3DO experience. We're not going to be talking much 3DO on this episode. This is mostly going to be a kind of a random bullshit gaming chat episode like me and Thrak do every now and then.
Yeah.
But I do have to ask, do you guys, just to preface the show, do you guys know anything on 3DO, like aside from the things we've talked about on the show?
I mean, I knew about Samurai Showdown. I don't really know what the 3DO is. I just am aware of the games that they published, like Battle Tanks and stuff. So, like, I have that 3DO thing in my brain, just built, burned in. But I didn't know that they had a console until you started the channel up.
Nice.
Yeah. All I knew was post console stuff, mostly Army Men stuff. Which
Yeah.
there's a chopper attack, is it, on the N64 green cartridge? Super fun chopper game. Very fun.
Yeah, the air attack games are honestly some of the best Army Men games they ever made. Because that series, we're gonna eventually go super deep into the Army Men series, but the air attack games are the few that I actually think hold up even today.
I've been thinking about playing a few of them on Steam Deck since you can get pretty much anything on it. And after playing the air attack game on 64, I just went ahead and downloaded everything that I could because I remember there was one maybe on PlayStation 2 where it was one of the Sarge's Heroes games where you would use the flamethrower on the enemies and they would actually melt instead of exploding into chunks like they usually did.
Yeah.
That was fun. So that is a memory that I have. It's fun.
In Army Men 3D, you could get the flamethrower and whenever you attacked the Tan army, they would just melt into these tan piles of goop on the floor. What a good time.
Yeah, the Army Man games were good. I mean, I think they need to come back. I think
They
we're
were
in the perfect ecosystem
they were good
for it.
They were good until they decided to release 12 in 1 year.
Yeah, the old Guitar Hero Activision method.
Right.
I understand.
Right.
Oh.
If they come back, I hope they come back with the same control scheme as they had back then, where it was super tanky, super wonky. But
the best is not only did they release 12 games, but they were super ambitious. They had the air attack games, they had Sarge's Heroes, they had the World War games, which were so the Sarge's Heroes and the air attack games were all goofy as fuck. You were actually playing as they played into the fact that it was green soldiers, toys. The World War games were trying to be serious, and it was so fucking jarring.
Then it reminds me of you ever play the Game Dev Simulator where it just lets you just mix and match genres and just make a name and then it just RNG gives you a score. I love that. I love the simulator games, but Game Dev Simulator is just very silly.
Nice. Yeah, it's one of the. They also did there was a top-down shoot 'em up game called Green Rogue, which is really bad. there's the tactical strategy like RTS, which is actually like one of the best Army Men games ever made. Because
What's that on?
It's on PS2 and GameCube. Fun fact: it's good because 3DO didn't.
Army Men RTS. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good
I can
because
see the box. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's good because 3DO didn't make it. It was made by Pandemic.
Yeah.
What?
Back when Pandemic was making games.
Yeah, it was actually like one of their first games before they made like Destroy All Humans and the Battlefront games.
Battlefront, yeah.
It was just they made Army Men RTS and it was like good.
Dude, RIP Pandemic.
Ooh,
I
monster.
got a fucking care package. Holy shit.
Nice.
Wasn't expecting that. Thank you so
Aaron-
much.
Aaron said he's going to hop in a second too, so he can
Oh,
just
shit.
abruptly jump in. There was also Portal Runner, which was like this weird like platforming game which is also part of the Army Men game, and it got like such bad reviews that like Trip Hawkins actually like had like this drunken meltdown and like threatened like one of the review sites saying that he would like cut away their advertising funds if they reviewed the game poorly. It was such a weird.
Wasn't that one the one with like the super realistic main character lady?
Yeah, that was the one with,
that was supposed to be a toy too.
Yeah, well, because like it's like Small Soldiers, where like they're just Barbie dolls. Instead.
Wait, I was gonna say, isn't it like? Doesn't she have normal skin color and she has like
Yeah.
a green bikini? I can see this box art for some reason in my mind's eye.
It's not a green bikini. It's a cheetah print bikini because of course it is.
Oh my god,
it is
incredible.
It is a horrendous. It's one of those horrendous games, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, that's the Army Men experience.
Yeah, that one I was putting it on the Steam Deck. I was downloading it, and on the Fellowship chat, you said that game sucks, and I was like, nope. And I stopped the download and took it off completely off the Steam Deck. Like, Bill knows what he's talking about. I'm not gonna do this.
I've extensively played every Army Men game. I'm not proud of it, but I have. And
Thank you for your service.
The best ones are the two that after 3DO like went bankrupt. That they gave the license to the studio called Gold Star Software or something like that, or no, Global Star Software, and they made two more Army Men games. They made Sarge's War and Major Malfunction. Major Malfunction was made by Team 17. That one's absolute like dog shit. But
wait, the Team 17 from Blasphemous and all these new games that are coming out.
Oh
wow.
Well, at that point they were
Sarge's War.
At that point they were the Worms studio more than anything.
Oh, okay.
But Sarge's War was actually, it started production at 3DO. And then after 3DO went bankrupt, it moved over to Global Star and they kind of finished it. And it's like extremely edgy for no reason. Like,
dude, I love this. Oh my god. I don't think I've played this actually. This is awesome.
Like, I forget the girl's name from Portal Runner. She has a name. I'm just forgetting it right now. But she just straight up dies like during the first cutscene. And Sarge has like a straight up. Sarge literally has like a Mega Man X4, like, what am I fighting for? Scream. Like, he's like, no. Or
is great.
The fucking like that really the cringy amazing line from Devil May Cry. Like it's just one of those moments in gaming where you're just like, what the fuck am I playing?
Oh man, this is a fucking 5th gen ass game. Holy hell.
Oh yeah, it's so jank. Like they also like changed all the guns to like metal for like no reason. So it's like it doesn't make any sense at all.
Yo, look
so
at this.
Is it is it paralleling what's it called? StarCraft? StarCraft? Yeah, StarCraft, where Kerrigan becomes the mother of the brood, but like because she gets left with the brood or something like that. Was that what they were trying to do?
I'd like to say yes, but I don't want to give Global Star or 3DO that much credit.
God. You guys, look, I put in the private chat. Look at this picture from the game, from the Sarge's Army.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wait, isn't this game like don't you get like damage cosmetics or whatever it's called every time you're shot? Like a chunk of you just like flies off and you can see it until you heal back again?
Yeah.
Look at his face. It looks like it's like Max Payne level.
Oh yeah, it's total. It's lemon
Sam Lake.
face. It is total lemon face.
God, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, the girl's name is Vicky Grimm, by the way. Like the most like
That's
army
great.
men name ever.
Sounds like an Avenged Sevenfold band member, like
Yeah.
a new one.
Vicky Grimm.
Vicky
It's one of the
Grimm.
wives.
That'll be Brooks's name when he finally gets a nickname.
It's gotta
Vicky
be.
Grimm.
Yeah, Vicky Grimm. It's just because. Yeah,
Oh,
Army
Brooks.
Army Men is like one of the most fascinating dumpster fires of a series ever, though.
Yeah.
So
Very charming.
once you guys are done with all the 3DO games on the console, you're just gonna go into Army Men.
We're gonna go into Army Men plus like there's actually a surprising amount of like post console 3DO games, like that weird like puzzle game like on PS2 that I've seen every now and then.
I mean, Battle Tanks was one, right? I didn't like make that up in my brain.
No, Battle Tanks was actually pretty good. That was one of the better 3D post 3DO games they made.
I loved this game as a kid. I bet I would love this game right now. This looks awesome.
Oh, Aqua was the name of the puzzle game on PS2.
Yes. I showed you that one and I asked you about it, and Burger Champ said, "Oh, it's a game." And then a few days later you bought it.
Yeah, well, because I saw the 3DO logo and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to talk about this." And my brain just immediately bought it.
Battle Tanks.
Yeah, Battle Tanks is
Why does this stream Blockbuster to me?
I mean, it's like this. It's like a Prime rental. You know, you can just
Right.
rent it for like 2 days, play with your friends because it's like multiplayer. Like that's what I
Oh, yeah.
remember from the game. Is like playing multiplayer.
It was that, and then there was also Global Assault, I believe, was the sequel. They also had this really jank like spiritual successor on PS2 called like World Destruction League Thunder Tanks.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, there it is.
it's it's about as what you'd expect.
WDL.
Yeah, I think it's on PS1 too.
It looks
It's on
like
Game Boy Color.
wow.
Oh, there's also
Wow.
War Jets.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Hey, Aaron.
yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, Aaron. We started because we weren't sure. But you're here now. We were just
I typed in War Jets and all I got was like real jet fighters.
Yeah, so to fill Aaron in, we're just talking about 3DO games post like console. Like we were talking about the Army Men series, Battle Tanks, and now we were talking about War Jets, which is like this
Yeah,
like
I'm just seeing Ace Combat. Like I can't find it.
That sounds
It's
like
War Jets with a Z.
War Jets with the
Oh,
Z.
the Z. Oh, of course. How silly of me.
Because the Z
War
makes it
Jets
sound cool.
Z.
It's essentially it's like poor man's Ace Combat. Like it's such a ripoff. It's not even funny.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
they
You
had
know what it
two
looks? It
game-
actually looks like the fucking Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
It does have that, yeah. Especially the little map thingy on the corner.
Yeah. I was thinking because also like their thrusters have like the particles going backwards, just like in
Yeah, it's my favorite part of the jet.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
So now that he's here,
Oh
Aaron,
man.
Aaron, how have you been?
Pretty good, man. Okay, so wild fucking story. So I think Bill kind of knows a little bit about this. So my fucking show, my episode descriptions or show notes or whatever have been looking like fucking garbage on Spotify all the time because it doesn't know how to properly interpret how I'm typing my notes in there, even though I very fucking clearly have a specific way I do them. I copy and paste them in, but Spotify's like, nope, and it fucking hiccups them all out like a sludgy like hiccupy burp. And then I got pissed off and and switched podcast hosts, and I might have jumped the gun a little too hard. I'm trying to figure out Transistor, but it's been cool. Oh, and
Transition to
Buzzsprout?
transistor.
yeah, transistor.fm. I spent 45 minutes on a support chat with Spotify for podcasters support, and they were the decision just came down to don't use third-party text editors to make your notes. Type it all in Spotify for podcasters. I closed the chat. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I've tried talking to them on stuff, and it's
Wow.
like it never goes anywhere. So I'm like, fuck it.
Mm-mm.
Do not use
Like-
Microsoft Word to type out.
No.
I
I put it in the server too, about all the shit that happened, and fucking Troidal Power Troy, shout out to him. He was like, "What? You're using a third-party text editor to edit text? How fucking dare you?" Fuck me, I guess, man.
Yeah, it's
See,
actually a social faux pas amongst podcasters. I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to embarrass you.
See, I just- I will type them in, and like they will look decent, and I will post it, and it will come out, and it will be fine. And then like a week later, it's just jank for no reason. And I'm like, whatever,
Yeah.
Spotify. I just don't care.
Doesn't make any
Guess
sense.
if you're not Joe Rogan, it doesn't matter to them.
That's true, man.
True.
If you're
I
not
feel
talking
like-
about fucking reptilians and 1 + 1 = 3, they don't give a fuck.
I mean, we do talk about that on your show, do we not?
Yeah, but
We
people
talk
know.
about even more mobile homes.
Yeah, but people know that we're just a bunch of idiots online. People think Joe Rogan's actually smart.
That's true.
He's got a lot of head, but it's because he doesn't have hair. That's what confuses
Right.
them.
Like I'm always like when people are like Joe Rogan said this, how can we let him do this? I'm like, you guys actually listen to what Joe Rogan says?
He's got-
Like,
Dude, I love
Little
listening to
egg
Joe
there.
Rogan talk about monkeys, bro. I fucking
Oh.
people goes, oh, oh, fucking start screaming about him. I fucking love it.
Joe Rogan's entertaining. I'm smart enough to realize you don't take anything he says seriously because it's always fucking stupid.
It's great when he brings smarter people that are smarter than him on, like Neil deGrasse Tyson or
Oh,
Theo
yeah.
Vaughn.
Oh,
You know, and they're like league smarter than him. It's great.
he's just
Like
baked out of
watching
his
Neil
fucking
deGrasse
gourd.
Tyson try to explain why you can't take the salt out of the sea yet, so that you can drink the seawater, and he just doesn't get it. Spectacular.
Why
love,
can't you
like,
take the salt out of the sea?
I love whatever his
Takes too
like,
much
produce-
energy, and
Yeah.
it doesn't. So it takes too much energy. We don't have the technology to make it cheap to do it, so that's why we don't do it.
Yeah,
Just put some fucking sponges up in the. You can make a big sponge.
Just
Boil
put a
it.
bunch of paper towels from
Yeah.
cup to
Boil
cup,
it.
and eventually it'll be drinkable.
Just set off the world's arsenal of nuclear weapons off into one spot and just blow them all up. Get rid of the ocean.
Imagine the
We don't need
dank
it.
fucking spaghetti or pasta you could make by boiling seawater. Because you know how like when you go make spaghetti, the water boil, you just like pinch in like a little bit of salt. But if you have like seawater where it's like fucking 90% salt, oh, that spaghetti's gonna be, it's gonna be so
It's
good.
90% salt, but 100% fish shit. Because they have nowhere
Shit.
else to shit.
But you'll boil it. You'll boil the
I-
shit out.
fish fit, Titan
Yeah.
sub components, you know.
Yeah, microplastics, mermaid cum. I don't know.
Yeah.
Titanic.
I found this recipe for this thing called salted potatoes. Apparently,
Ooh.
people in New York would work in the salt mines, and they would bring potatoes down into the salt mines, and they would find like puddles of water and boil the potatoes in them. And what it does is that the
Fuck yeah.
potato sucks up all the salt, so it has a salt crust, and they're really fucking good. So I decided to do it, and you need 2 pounds of salt.
So I decided to head into a cave.
I wish there are no caves around here. So you need 2 pounds of salt for whatever much water you're using, and then you throw the potatoes in. I had a white ring on my stove that covered just the whole fucking stove, the microwave, and the counter from boiling that much fucking salt.
Oh my god.
Potatoes
Sure, that
are
was
great,
good for
though,
your
but-
lungs.
Oh man, it was
So-
it was
kids
steak and
do
potatoes
fine.
night, and oh my god, I am never doing those salted potatoes again.
It sounds
So
so,
we should-
good though.
We should probably
Hmm.
talk a little gaming.
They're fucking awesome.
What do you guys? What do you guys think about Metaphor?
Haven't
Oh,
played
dude,
it.
it's coming.
Pre-ordered today.
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order it on. Well, I guess it's not pre-ordering when you're buying it the day it releases, but because that's when I get paid.
What day
Yeah.
does it come out?
It comes out on
Friday.
Friday. Same Dragon
Friday.
Ball Z day.
Yep, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh
Day.
yeah,
I already bought Visions. God damn it. I was pondering the
Yeah.
orb real hard in that Kirby meme. Then I was just like, fuck it, I'm buying Visions. And
Yeah,
then,
no, you were like, hey guys, what should I buy? And literally everyone's like, buy Metaphor, and you're like, fuck it, I bought Visions. And I was like, you bastard.
That game,
So
I've already seen all the ratings for that game, and they're already like all like 9 out of 10s. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Like,
it's beating
Yeah.
on Metacritic Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Ooh,
So that's pretty sick. I posted a meme, the meme of Sasuke holding like Naruto up by his neck, and it's the two people.
yeah,
See,
I
I
commented.
played
so
Rebirth.
fucking-
I really
So
liked
good.
Rebirth. I did not like the side quests. There were way too many fucking side quests. And why am I getting like new tutorials 60 hours into the game?
well, because every game that comes out now
Jesus.
has to hold your hand the entire fucking time.
No,
It's-
like they introduce a whole new fucking mechanic 60 hours
Oh.
into the game. I don't need that.
Sure.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
See,
It was great, but I
Oh,
played better
cool.
this year.
I'm still in that minority that just wanted a goddamn like note for note remake that looked nicer. But
Yeah.
I would have taken that too.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do that at 9.
I'd be okay with that.
Hopefully, man.
Honestly, out of the PlayStation trilogy, like the one that needed the most work was probably 8, but they're never gonna do that.
No. But isn't 9 a fan project?
I don't know. I just remember it like 4 years ago from that leak, the Nvidia leak, which I think like 80% of those games were real and have released. But Final Fantasy IX Remake was on there. I don't know what the hell's happening with it now, though.
I don't,
Probably
I don't
gonna
know.
wait to finish 7 and then just announce it.
So in like 100 years, because God knows when they're gonna finish 7.
Right? Whenever the next
Never.
fucking Star Fox game comes out.
Squeenix doesn't know.
Ooh.
Yeah. They'll port 0 to like Switch 2 before we get a new Star Fox.
There's a lot
just
they
want-
can do
If
with
they
it,
do
man.
that, I am gonna go burn down Nintendo. Because
I just want the one on Dinosaur Planet.
Oh, it's so good.
That's
Star
Oh,
Fox
Adventures?
is so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unironically, it's fucking good. It's
I love the fact that game ends with a fucking R-wing fight. It's the thing that like you haven't done like the entire game except for the little transition segments. So people who had never played a Star Fox before, it's like, oh yeah, here's the final boss, and by the way, it's a sudden gameplay shift. Have fun.
talking about tutorial 60 hours in. Like it's a
Right.
brand new fucking.
The ending to Adventures is the biggest what the fuck because it's literally just Andros out of fucking nowhere, and it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, you don't
Why
even
not?
fight fucking General Scales at all. Like you fight him
No.
for like a second, and then it's like Andros.
You're just
I-
kidding. Here's who you really wanted to fight. You little bitch. You take it.
I found out from the Nitro Rad review that if you just stand there, he'll like walk up to you, but he's not
Yeah.
programmed to actually hurt you. So he'll just swing at you and it won't do anything until you move. And then the
Oh
cutscene
my
triggers.
I don't understand why they don't make a new Star Fox. There's so much you could do with it, especially with today's
Because-
graphics, man.
Right.
Because Zero bombed and they just assume no one likes Star Fox now.
We'd like it if it wasn't such a piece. Well, I've never played Zero, but everybody says it's a piece of shit.
Okay.
But
It's not. It's good. The problem is that it relies on the Wii U gamepad way too much. And because of that, it's impossible to port it anywhere. You cannot beat Andros at the end of the game if you don't use the pad. The bosses
Yeah.
before it, sure, but not Andros. It's impossible. I tried.
Star Fox Zero is literally that game where like Miyamoto he couldn't fucking stop. He just had to fucking go insane. And that's why it ended up being what it was.
I'm gonna look up how much a copy of Star Fox Zero is. Oh, that's not bad.
Well,
Ooh.
because
It's
there's
pretty cheap.
there was like thousands of copies of them just sitting in GameStops because nobody
Oh, yeah.
wanted it. The special edition ones too that had like the copy of Star Fox Guard with it.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, the Wii U, as Chris and I and Jared have said, is very, very underappreciated. I'll give it a shot.
I mean, the Wii U had great games. It's just Nintendo didn't know how to advertise during that era.
The
They didn't
best-selling
advertise it at
Switch
all.
game of all time is a Wii U game, isn't it?
Which
Yeah.
one?
Oh, Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder-
So Zero is cool because you also have diverging paths. After you beat the story, you can replay it and have different paths you can take, like the original 64 game, which is very sad because that game should have been better, but it's not.
I still think Assault is the most underrated Star Fox.
Thank you. Yes.
Well,
Just
it's
think-
Namco as hell. It's so good.
It was made. I'm pretty sure it was made by the Ace Combat 2 team.
I'm more of a Star Fox Assault mine myself.
We went. My wife and I went to Dragon Con a month ago, and they had a GameCube night where they set out a bunch of GameCubes with a bunch of different games. I got onto Metroid Prime 2, the multiplayer. It
Fuck
sucks.
yeah.
It is awful.
Yeah,
I
dude.
wiped the floor with everyone. It was so much fun.
It's so stupid, but it's fun.
I
It's
remember Star Fox Assault's multiplayer was pretty banging I remember back in the day.
unless
And
you
it
played
was just
Falco.
as stupid. It felt so tacked on, and it was still fun.
There's this fucking bar, like a barcade, like in downtown OKC that I go to sometimes, and I went with a couple friends, and they have a GameCube set up to a TV, and then half of the TVs in the whole arcade are like connected to that GameCube, and so we're all playing Mario Kart, and it's so fun because like people will be playing, and you'll suddenly just hear oh, and someone gets hit by like a fucking red shell from like across the arcade, and someone's watching us play Mario Kart. I'm just like, this is awesome. Like,
That's
this is
awesome,
such an
dude.
amazing fan.
I miss the days of couch co-op with the 4 GameCube controllers plugged in. That was just
Yeah.
such an awesome era that we'll just never have again.
Yeah, because you're at striking distance of your opponents now. You better not
Right.
BM them with a red shell and throw one back behind you also whenever you hit them.
Dude,
I
I remember
still
one.
oh, go on.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, I
I'll
was just
give it.
gonna say, like, I still think 3DO had quite possibly one of the greatest like multiplayer setups ever. Not just because of how fucking stupid it was. Where the daisy chaining, where like player one plugs into the console, and then player 2 plugs into player 1, and then 3 and 4 up to 6.
What
3DO
the fuck?
The
Wow.
3DO
It's
is
like a Lincoln
powerful.
log.
Oh yeah, the 3DO is powerful enough to daisy chain 6 fucking controllers.
They were all like plugged into the controller directly.
Oh yeah, you'd plug.
So if player
so you-
one wanted, he could fuck up everybody by just
Oh, yeah.
yanking his controller away.
Say player 1 is pissed off at player 2.
Kamikaze the rest of the game.
He can just unplug player 2 and then proceed to fuck off player 3, 4, 5, and 6 at the same time.
Oh, Kurt Cobain, this entire fucking thing, I swear to God.
That's great.
It was such a great idea that was dumb, but I loved it. And I get why no other company did this. But
Oh
yeah,
man,
that-
I wish the 3DO would have been popular enough so where the beam is that the fat kid that gets angry because he's losing rips out the player 1 controller and then fucks up the game for everybody when he decides to go home.
That should be like a thing in Jackbox. You should be able to like turn off someone's cell phone,
Yeah.
so that they can't reply.
sabotage.
Dude, so speaking of striking distance, I remember as a kid playing in I forget which Mario Party it was, but I was playing with my cousins. Whichever one it is that has like the weird customizable cars. You can make cars with different parts you unlock and shit. And I remember one time getting like really pissed off with my cousin because he was just using a really, really cheap car, and I gave him like one of these. I was like, dude, so help me fucking God, I will.
So
I
help
got-
me.
I got punched back in the day as kids for beating someone at a video game.
Dude, all the time, like in fucking Turok, man. Turok was a bloodbath for us young kindergartners, man.
So I got punched in the
Turok
face
was wild.
over fucking battle stations on PlayStation. Anyone remember battle
What the
stations?
fuck is that?
It is literally
idea.
it's just battleship game, like where you just take like different warships and you just shoot each other.
Dude,
Is
me
the-
and Philip beat our asses. Like
Ooh.
we
I thought
like,
you were gonna say that it was like Fusion Frenzy but PlayStation 1.
No, it was just straight up battleship. But like,
Hey, it
stupid.
looks pretty sweet.
oh, it's a fun game. It's just like I beat him because he chose the fucking aircraft carrier and I chose the little PT boat and I was faster and he couldn't hit me for shit. And I sunk his carrier and he just punched me in the face.
You
I was
stunk
like,
my carrier.
pretty
"Oh,
much.
you stole my kill wheel."
That guy,
No.
that guy had anger issues like nothing. That's all I'll say.
All I can find is this board game, but this board game looks fucking sick.
More like I'm bored game. There was one time my buddy and I were both like simultaneously playing through Wind Waker. Not really simultaneously, because like I would play a little bit through it, then I'd let him borrow my disc and he would play through it and bring it back, and then we'd keep swapping. He got to the Spider Ganon boss. I think it was a Spider Ganon.
Oh, the
Ye-
puppet?
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
fight sucks.
Yeah, he couldn't. He tried so many times and couldn't beat it, and he eventually like took the disc out and just chucked it at the wall and just fucking walked home.
Yes. Yeah, and they walked home.
Yeah, didn't say a
Oh,
fucking
God.
word. Just went like the game was still running. Opened the disc tray, took out the disc, chucked it at my bedroom wall, and just fucking left.
Jesus.
Fucking great.
Disc still worked though, thank God.
Did you guys
Jesus
ever
Christ.
see a friendship end over Mario Party?
Not
I don't
personally.
think so.
I know it's got to have happened though.
I saw it happen with a friend group I was in back in like middle school, where like these two guys were like they were alpha like fucking dude bros, and they just couldn't fucking like take losing, and they fucking like just like blew up at each other over fucking Mario Party. And what the funniest part is, I was the one that stole the star. They didn't even do anything.
They're like this brutal, bloody battle on the floor, just like decking each other with bricks and like books and whatever they can find. And you're just like, guys, I got the star.
It's like
Well,
there's
they
like
were-
little teeth all
You
over,
got a
little
star!
kid teeth all over the place.
Well,
And
they got-
Bill's just like, oh.
They got into a fucking argument about something, and it was my turn, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna let them do this. And I just go in and I just like, oh, I'm gonna steal this. And they just fucking like, for some reason that just set them off, and they just fucking started feeding the shit out of each other. I was like, okay.
Oh my god, man. I love that so much. Overcooked really I don't get very angry at games unless they're like really, really insane and crazy. But yeah, Overcooked really fucking flips my switch, man. Like I get real angry at people if they aren't doing their fucking duty. Like if your job is to wash dishes, just wash dishes. Don't run plates. Don't run plates. Don't try to make food. Don't do anything else. Just do dishes.
Overcooked doesn't get me. I just make fun of the person that's holding us back. I don't know. I'll just use them as a punching bag to cope. But it's fucking League of Legends for me, man. League of Legends
yeah.
is agonizing for me. Like that and chess. Like those are the two games where I just go from like total calm, 0% rage to 100%. I am ready to fucking throw Molly across the room if she gets close to me. God forbid she looks at me in this moment. I have to stop playing League. I was done, dude. I was gonna die.
Dude, let's get back into Pokemon Unite.
See, that's the thing is Pokemon, it's fine. I was like,
Yeah.
I can play Dota, I can play Paragon or whatever the fuck is out. I don't know what the games are out, but it's like as soon as it's League of Legends, I just get so mad. I don't know why.
Yeah. I had to stop playing Smite because of that fucking shit. People are just way too toxic in those games, and they'll let you know in the fucking chat. They'll be like, kill yourself, uninstall, kill yourself.
And do you guys remember when
Christ.
Pokemon Masters EX came out?
No, what is that? Is that the fighting game?
That's the one. It's on mobile.
That's
Poken's the fighting game. Masters EX was like the mobile game that was just one of those like. It was when Nintendo was getting super hard into like the mobile stuff. I just remember when that came out because it was trending on Twitter as Pokemon Masters EX, but they didn't capitalize anything, so it just said Pokemon
yes,
Master Sex.
yes,
Which was the greatest fucking thing.
Oh yeah,
because Nintendo was probably like, "What the fuck?"
There's
Like,
just
what
like
do
a
we do?
ditto orgy. There's just dittos all over everything, dude.
never beaten the allegations, Nintendo.
Do you
No.
remember when before like they added voice chat to it? Did any of you guys play Among Us, like the private lobbies, like with like the voice chat? I'm not voice chat, the actual like in-game chat.
I mean, I played a little bit. I didn't know you weren't supposed to be talking. We did an episode like maybe 6 or 7 months ago on that. But before that, I had never played it. So me and Philip were basically in the party chat talking the whole time. Like we didn't know that there was like supposed to be a house rule.
So like when it first came out, the developers didn't want you to use like voice chat. They wanted you to use like the in-game like typing like mechanics. And I remember like I would go into a couple of those rooms and holy shit, like the amount of degeneracy you would see in those fucking comment sections, like
dude,
like it was like holy shit, like I don't these are probably all like 8-year-olds too. That's the worst part.
Dude, they're all
I
anonymous.
have never played Among Us, and I probably never will play Among Us.
It's a game that's only fun when you're playing with people you actually know.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I think those games are that's the way that you have to play those kinds of games. I'm much more into the games. I've never played it, but like I really want to play like Lethal Company.
Oh,
I'll
play with
because
you.
Well, I don't have a computer. Well, I mean, I guess Rachel has a laptop I could play it on, but like, it's a game where everyone you can hear them talking, and then like there's a monster that's gonna kill you, and then suddenly it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to over there and do,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, oh, Jerry, what happened? Why'd he stop talking? Oh no!
It's got that proximity chat, dude. It's so fun. Every single time I play that with my other buddies, I'll get lost. Like we'll just be trolling around as a group, like picking up giant springs and other garbage, and then I'll be like, "Hey guys, so you never," and then.
Okay, have you ever played Minecraft with proximity chat?
Yeah,
It's
it's
scary.
great.
Dude, that would be scary.
Dude, whenever we did our episode on that too, we did that just for fun, and like I would just be like, "Where did Philip go? Like he's not near us anymore." And I haven't heard him talk for a while. He's just gone, and then he could be lost.
I had one time where like I was playing Minecraft proximity with a bunch of buddies, and I had tunneled underneath them. Like we were in a cave, and I was just talking, and they're like, "Where the fuck are you?" And I eventually just got bored, and I just kind of dug up above them, and I was like, "Hi guys," and they were like, "What the fuck?"
I have never played Minecraft either.
Never?
Never.
It's
well, la-dee-da, mister. I've never played Minecraft.
It's one of those
You've at
games
least
that's
played
like
Fortnite, right?
I have played one match of Fortnite. I hid in a bush, got second place.
Oh,
that's the play, dude. That's the play.
Yeah, come play some Pokemon Unite with us sometime, man. It's surprisingly good, especially when you get a team of 5 people. Yeah, do it.
We should all get together and just play fucking Fall Guys just to see how much like they've fucking.
Ooh, that would be great.
You do not want the fucking smoke on Fall Guys. I am so good at that game. Actually,
I loved playing. I loved playing Fall Guys when it first came out because that's back when it was like literally nothing but like 5-year-olds and they didn't know how to play video games, so you could just bully them.
Dude,
now they're older.
The first time I won, like literally, there's like a millisecond of another person grabbing the crown too, and I was like, I just robbed joy from that child's life. Like that child was so close.
Did you DM them afterward?
I thought about it.
Be like, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself.
Uninstall, kill yourself.
The meanest thing I ever did was like we were at the one where it's like you have to climb up the king of the hill, I think it's called, and the kid was jumping for the crown, and I just grabbed him just so he couldn't get it, and then the person behind us got it. And I was just like,
dude, when I'm doing good, I am such a griefer in that game. I will turn around and like fucking start. I will be another obstacle they have to get by. I would grab everyone.
Oh,
my friends, dude. You know when like you join with your friends, you like spawn near them, and I'm like, oh, we're going down together. And as soon as it starts, I grab them as they're fucking running. I'm like, no.
That's like playing Smash Brothers and as Donkey Kong and just grabbing someone and jumping off the stage.
Oh, why haven't we done that? Why haven't we done a Smash night? Yeah, with all the homies. Damn.
That is weird. I don't think I have
to. We have to just schedule it. Then we got to bring Mario Kart nights back.
Yeah, we do.
Aaron, you need to make Jerry set up the Gauntlet thing so we can play Gauntlet 64.
Gauntlet Legends.
Literally all you do just go download Parsec, and then all Jerry has to do is just like run the game, and then he'll invite you. That's it.
There will be a delay, but it'll be okay. We did Parsec. I mean, I'm sure it's better now, but like towards the beginning of our show, we did Parsec to play Bubble Bobble of all games, and we were like, it's so simple, it won't be a big deal if there was a fucking delay.
Pick, right?
It was Philip, but I literally couldn't play. So I was just the whole time I was there. I would press like right to dodge something. I would die, and then I would spawn, and I would stand there, and then I'd start moving right. Like 10 seconds later, I was like, holy shit, I can't play this.
Dude, yeah, it's so much better now. Jerry and I streamed a little bit of like Power Stone 2 and a couple other games, I think like a month ago on Parsec, and yeah, it's not bad. Like
you won't have to do that soon. Do you know if there's going to be online for that new Capcom collection with Power Stone?
There better be.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Yeah, there fucking better be.
There will, but I doubt it's going to be crossplay because no one wants to do crossplay anymore.
Yeah, probably not. I think that it costs like a exponential amount of money, like more, to have the servers interact with each other, which is just annoying.
It sucks because it's like,
ooh, okay. Every game featured in there will support online ranked and casual play with rollback netcode.
Woo! Buy it on
cool.
Xbox so
Ooh,
you can fight with
nice.
me.
Fuck yeah, dude, we're doing it.
I
Power
gotta get
7's
a
so good.
I gotta get a Series X at some point.
Hell
You should
yeah.
get that pretty galactic one. I don't know if they still exist. I don't know if you can still buy those, but
Or you can get a refurbished one for a little bit cheaper. It's never a shame to buy something refurbished.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's more. I'm just like financially in like a weird place right now, so I just don't have the money for. I can't even buy games anymore.
I feel it,
Oh,
man.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a rule now where if I buy a game, after I have to prioritize it, beat it, and then sell it. I can't keep any games anymore. So that's why my shelf is kind of fucking empty right now. All I have are the games that are important. Which, Aaron, I meant to ask you.
Yes.
Did you know that Langrisser has a Fire Emblem clone on the 3DS?
There's a
Oh, yeah.
what? There's a Langrisser on 3DS?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
Fire Emblem
okay.
clone. You can find it for like 20
Oh,
bucks.
shit. Oh, I googled Langrisser 3DS, and the first result popped up with something on from Reddit. Yes, Langrisser reincarnation on 3DS really is bad.
It, so I bought
Oh,
it during
yeah.
the I bought it during the 3DS shutdown when like everyone was panic buying everything, because it was on sale. Because like everything
I'll
was
be
like
right back. 1 second.
no worries. Yeah, I bought it because during the 3DS sale when everyone was panic buying, and I looked at the screenshot. I'm like, this looks like shitty Fire Emblem Awakening.
It really does look like that. I haven't played it yet, but I checked. I looked at the back of the case, and it doesn't look great.
No,
Hopefully, I can sell it for what I bought it, which is 20
I'm
bucks.
sh-
So it's not bad.
I'm sure some RPG fan will buy it.
Oh yeah,
Do-
it's
How much did you guys dive into the 3DS store shutdown, or did you just not care?
I didn't at all.
No.
Because I had bought all the Pokemon games, which is all I cared for, and like a handful of like DSi games, like what is it, Shadow of Darkness or whatever it's called. It's basically Castlevania on 3D on DSi. And other than that, I didn't buy anything else.
I saw the that completionist video where he
Oh,
bought
yeah.
everything.
The worst part about that video, you know what the worst part about that video was? The fact that like he did the whole thing. He's like, I'm gonna donate these to the video game preservation site, and they were like, huh? Like, they're like, you realize we can't do shit with that, right?
No, you would have to transfer everything to another 3DS and give it to them, and then it's lost for you forever.
Yeah, it's just
He bought that with those donation dollars that he got for
yeah.
for
Pretty
the
sure.
dementia thing.
I think he's flat out gone now. I think he just flat out gave up.
They're accusing you of some crazy shit, Aaron.
Who? What?
You hear them?
Oh yeah,
Aaron's secretly the completionist. Everybody.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, there's no. I can't complete games, man. Very rarely will I 100% a game. There's
I
no
still
way.
remember. I remember his mental breakdown when he was trying to 100% Persona 5, and I'm just like, I was like, why was he even attempting that?
or Skyrim.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is that he did 100% Persona 5, but he was like, I want to see every dialogue. And like, why?
Oh, yeah, because
But
he wanted to get
why?
all love interests, and it's like that's fine. They're literally basically all the same. The only reason you like all you have to do is just do the harem route, just so you can get the hilarious Valentine's Day event.
Yeah,
How
that's
many-
what I did. I
How-
spoiled that for Colin Moriarty whenever I had him on the fucking show because I mixed up because he was like, yeah, Persona 4, and I was like, in my brain I was like, oh, Persona 5, and then I fucking talked about that harem route. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, dog, and I'm like, oh shit.
Well, because in
I'm
Persona 4,
stupid.
in Persona 4 Golden, the harem route makes you feel like an asshole if you do it because it makes you dump all the girls at the end except for the one you want.
Nice.
So the
Depressing.
completionist
Otherwise getting
uploaded
beaten.
one video 2 months ago, another video 3 months ago, another video 4 months ago. And these are like Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga or Alien Isolation, top 10 PSP games. Like
And the views
really
are like just
fell off.
the views are all
Dang.
terrible.
He's
They're
watched
actually
Mojo
not that
now.
bad.
Well,
He has
Watch Mojo now. That's SuperPod Saga, dude. We're the Watch Mojo.
I-
Except, no, it's not done by robots.
yeah,
I will
he's in
never-
the 88,000, so it's not too bad.
Well, for his numbers, that's bad.
Well, yeah.
I still remember
Meanwhile,
when
I'm staring at his numbers like the fucking Joker
I know,
through a
right?
window. I'm like, you fucking motherfucker.
I still remember when he first came back after the controversy, he did this one stream and he did like the whole like woe is me thing, and he was literally holding a puppy for half of it. And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
After the charity fiasco, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, after he
Yeah,
basically
okay.
got after his like
That-
piss poor response video to that whole thing, and then they fucking dropped that entire call, like that basically exposed everything. He like disappeared for a couple months, like a month, and then he came back and he did this like stream, and he just had like this woe is me look the entire time, and he was holding a puppy, and it was just like the most like,
Dude, is Dr. Disrespect still back?
Yeah, he's hella back apparently.
yeah, he
I
just
love how-
he's doing the classic, just ignore it and hope it goes away.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
the
he
thing,
totally
dude.
swept
Twitch
that shit
fucking.
under the
Oh
rug.
my god, dude. Twitch. Oh, I don't want to get. That'll make me sad. But it's like Twitch really messed that up, man. They could have like stopped him from doing like getting that comeback by just showing anything, and then they didn't, and now he's just like, oh, I guess it didn't happen, and then everyone's like,
Well-
guess so, because
Well,
Yeah.
except for the fact that he exposed himself by editing his tweet multiple times.
yeah, and then he was like, that was a 3D action, and all the people fell for it, all the journalists, the fake news, and I was like, oh my god.
But
He's
I'm
coming
back, baby. Nothing's
did
ever
it.
gonna stop me.
He fucking did it, I guess. I mean,
He went to school for 8 years, bro. Nothing's gonna stop his. He's a doctor. That's
The worst
So-
part is with him is that like the majority of his fan base is like 12-year-olds, and most of them just don't
Yeah.
care. Like they don't pay attention to that shit.
yeah.
So
holy shit.
Uh,
I can't
I'm just
believe
at this
that.
point now. At this point now, it's like literally just like who's next? Like how many fucking people are gonna get fucking canceled this year?
Have you seen the entire like fucking saga of Mr. Beast garbage that's
It
been
keeps-
happening?
Well, that's
Going.
been crazy, dude. Yeah, it won't
Well,
stop.
I love how that one guy came out and like exposed him of all this stuff, and then that one guy like flat out couldn't stop, and then made himself look like an asshole in the process.
You get
Yeah.
that clout. You get clout drunk. You got to chase it more.
I love how he's like, I have this one thing. It's like it's a thing that like I think it's right, but I don't have any confirmation, but I think it's
Yeah,
right. And
yeah.
then the lady's like, yeah, I don't see anything. Like I don't like. I want to believe it, but I just don't see anything. And then he's like, well, I'm still gonna run it. And then like if the backlash happens, he's like, hey, I said in my opinion, I didn't make an allegation. It's like, all right, you've blown any good grace you had, bud. And then people
Somebody
started
else did that, too. I can't
then
remember who though.
people started digging into that, like the Wolfpack guy, and they realized he was kind of like one of those guys that was just kind of whining on the anti Mr. Beast subreddit back in the day.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
It was such a fucking.
I
It's
love
still
internet
going.
drama, dude.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
a
didn't-
sucker for that shit.
I didn't realize Review Tech USA fucking collapsed. Like I just saw the fucking rise and fall videos of that guy, and I was like, when did that happen?
Dude, he is a roller coaster.
Well,
that was
I've
fun
been there
to be around.
throughout the entire thing. I didn't realize he finally fell though.
It's just I don't know about Fell. I mean, he could I guess he could come back, but it's just like people get tired of it to the point where you're like, this isn't funny anymore. It's just kind of sad. Like
Yeah.
there are some people who have that gene that like they will just always be funny. Like there's this guy Dark Side Phil.
Yeah.
This dude, he's always gonna be there. He's never
the-
going away.
He is the cockroach of YouTube. He will be there when there's nobody left.
Yeah, he's gonna outlive everybody, man.
What's
He's a survivor.
what's one like I guess not old, but like what's one YouTube channel you find yourself always going back to and just like watching older shit all the time?
There's this fucking channel called Ahoy that is nowhere near as funny as it sounds. It is actually very
Ahoy.
serious. It is like just video essays about guns in video games or in pop culture generally. So
Oh.
it'll be like there's an episode before he used to do Call of Duty gun content, like these are the best guns to play at this percent of time or whatever. But then he transitioned. He's like, this is the P90 throughout all of video games. And then he has the whole
Oh,
time
that's
he's talking
cool.
about it, he's like actually talking about that like how the P90 came about, like how it's built and stuff. And the whole time there's just like dark, like Golden Eye and Perfect Dark and like all the different interpretations of the P90 in video games. He does it for like the rocket launcher and bow and arrow, and like it's
Damn.
so good. It's my favorite channel, and he only uploads like once a year, and it makes me sick to my stomach because it's so good. He also did an episode on Polybius, so that was like that's one of his best episodes on anything. Yeah, just randomly.
See, like one of the channels I always go back to, he's probably never coming back just because he's like always at war with YouTube. But Classic Game Room, like way back in the day.
Classic Game Room? I've never heard of that.
He did a whole bunch of old like console and game reviews. Like they're like really old style YouTube ones. That was like how I got into collecting and stuff. He just like he's so like behind in the times though now, where like he refuses to like innovate, and he's always complaining about how his viewership sucks nowadays. And I'm just like, eh.
I keep going back and watching older Filthy Frank because I'm just a piece of shit. Yeah, the Filthy Frank's for sure not coming back. He's all in on his music
on
career
Joji.
now.
It's for the better. I mean, I think like
Yeah.
it's a good. It's like the opposite of iDubbbz. Like they were like in the same position, and then they just had this opposite trajectory where iDubbbz just fucking nose dived into the ground, and then Joji, you know, Filthy Frank is like becoming insanely successful and very humble, and like he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he
Do
is.
you guys remember like the Moist Critical era before he revealed his face?
Yes, like all the
No.
fucking dubs he did of those commercials, like infomercials, and the Captain Pronin series. That's my favorite shit. Go look up Captain Pronin. Fuck, Captain Pronin Moist Critical, dude. It's the best shit you will ever watch.
I literally never knew who Moist Critical was at all until like COVID time, like a little bit before COVID time, because I would go and play Magic the Gathering at my local card store, and people would keep calling me Charlie, and I had no idea what they meant. So I was just like, ha ha ha. I just thought people didn't know my name. So I would just laugh or whatever. And eventually somebody came over to drink and play after the store shut down. And they showed me some of his videos, and I was like, holy shit.
Yep.
Like, look at this guy. He looks just like me. That's fucking crazy. And
I still think it would be amazing to have you, Aaron, and him together in one episode. That would be. If you all don't come out confused knowing who's who, that it would be a failure of an episode.
I'd have to go get a white t-shirt.
Right? You both get white t-shirts.
He apparently doesn't do other podcasts, which is a shame. Like he was on Steve-O's podcast, which apparently was like a gigantic chore to get him on there. And he was talking about
he quit his podcast like a month later.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because he quit. He's not on Official anymore, and he's not on Red Thread either.
Yep. Yeah, he wants to spend less time online, which I mean, yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair,
probably for the best.
The internet is turning into such a cesspool these days. It's probably for the better.
Yeah, so I had two channels. Death Battle. They just released an episode today.
Oh, R.I.P. Screw Attack.
Right. They had Omni-Man versus Bardock. Good matchup.
Wait, hold on. Let me guess. Dude. I would like Bardock to win, so I assume Omni-Man's gonna win, right?
Yes.
Great. I love it. Spoiler it, I guess.
But I mean, if you read the Invincible comic, it makes sense. Omni-Man is kind of almost Superman, but not really.
Oh, dude.
Which is dumb because I'm pretty sure they had Goku beat Superman.
Some of these matchups are fucking sweet, dude. They've got Shao Kahn versus M. Bison and Frieza versus Megatron.
It's kind of sad.
Link versus Cloud. Those are pretty fun.
That's fucking cool.
If you like Death Battle, you might like. So there's this podcast like early on that supported us, which was called what is it called? It had Race the Gayness on it. Let me see. What was that?
You say erase the gayness? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
there was
Keep talking, I'll find it eventually.
There was a podcast kind of like the one that you're kind of trying to suggest. What it's super fuck. He was on SuperPod Saga for the licensed games episode. It's Super Something Bros.
Super Bracket Bros.
Yeah, Super Bracket Bros. Yeah, that one was fun. That was a fun one to listen to. I don't know what the fuck they're doing now, but that's
I
a
haven't
fun
seen them
show to
post in
listen
a
to.
while.
The podcast I'm looking for is Who Would Win. That's the show. And
Who Would Win?
so yeah, they have Black Lightning versus Green Goblin, Scarlet Witch versus Constantine. I don't know who any of these people are. Samus, I know that one, and Vision. I have no idea who Vision is.
Marvel.
Oh, that's a good one.
Liu Kang versus Iron Fist. This is also a show where usually the one I want to win is not the one who wins.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm still bummed that the Death Battle channel is actually the remains of the old Screw Attack
Screw
channel,
Attack. Yeah.
and they just privated all the Screw Attack videos, and they're just gone like forever.
Dude, fucking iDubbbz, I think he did the same thing where he deleted his videos.
Yeah, like the old
Oh
content.
my god,
pop.
dude.
Well,
Screw Attack was bought by Rooster Teeth, and
Well, it was
Rooster
bought
Teeth was
by-
like,
Screenwave, and then they merged Screw Attack and Rooster Teeth together
Right.
during that whole mess.
and they were like, "Oh, we don't like your original content because it doesn't get any views, so Death Battle it is from now on." And then
Yeah.
Craig left, Sean left, Sam
you
left.
want to talk about a fall from grace? Freaking
Ooh,
Craig.
Funhouse.
Craig,
That's a good one.
fucking Greg, man.
Like I used to love watching when Craig first started his YouTube channel. It was really entertaining, and then he just straight up started the side scroller stuff, and he just straight up went one way politically, and I was like, okay, Craig, good for you, bud.
When he started on his own after he left Game Attack, and he was doing podcasts where he would bring in like Nitro Rad or Scott or Gerard, those were fun. But
Oh, the
after a
Gerard
while,
one
he
is so
stopped.
hilarious to listen to now because you're like, oh my.
Oh yeah.
Man.
It's like anything that has anything to do with Diddy. And you're like, oh, this is totally different now.
Right.
Yeah.
But the other channel that I like from YouTube that I've been going through their backlog of videos is Chase After the Right Price, the Caterpie crew.
Oh, nice.
Fucking incredible wealth of knowledge if you're looking to get into reselling.
Nice.
Amazing.
Oh, you know another channel I absolutely love that's been around forever? You guys ever watch Lazy Game Reviews?
Yeah, I think he's on hiatus now because I
He
think he
is,
got
'cause
fucked up by
his-
the hurricane.
Yeah, his house got fucking wrecked by the storm, which sucks.
I think there's another hurricane coming, isn't there?
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's Hurricane. It's got a really stupid name. It's like Hurricane
Milton.
Gilbert. What is it?
Melvin.
Milton.
Milton. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
it's-
Milton.
Hurricane
I don't know.
Millhouse coming your way.
yeah.
I knew a kid in high school whose name was actually Milton Bradley. It was just
You're making that up.
That's
No.
great.
You're
I can-
lying.
I would grab my yearbook and show you, but I won't do it on the podcast
That's
just
okay.
for obvious reasons.
Another YouTube channel that I guess I still watch them quite a bit that really really heavily fell off was Funhouse. Oh man,
Oh yeah.
go watch their demo disc series or
Shit, fucking Machinima.
Oh yeah,
Machinima was
Machinima.
good.
R.I.P.
I tried to get. I messaged both Bruce and Lawrence from Funhouse. Well, ex Funhouse. I messaged them both on Twitter to ask if they wanted to come on the show, and they read my message but never replied. So
Yeah.
wah, wah.
Another
Yeah.
channel I love was I love Happy Console Gamer. If anyone's ever watched his stuff.
No.
He's just a guy that his entire shtick is he just talks about games positively. That's literally
That's
his
cool.
entire. He's really old school stuff, but he loves the Yes series and Fantasy Star. So that's kind of how I got into those series.
Ooh,
That's cool.
Game Sack.
Game Sack. They're doing
GameSack.
pretty well still.
It's just the one now. The other one left for his job at UPS or something. But sometimes he pops in, and when he pops back, the episodes are fun. But yeah, I don't think he's popped in a long time.
Did any of you guys? Oh, go on, Nave. Or
Nave.
I think that was me.
you guys
Go
both
ahead, Charlie.
moved up at the same time, and I was like, I don't know who it was.
Brutal Moose. That's a good one. Cause
I
he-
was just about to say Girdle Moose. What the fuck was that, dude? How did we both? That was
I love
weird.
I love going back to Brutal Moose's old videos, like his Simtown video where he's like Simtown, just for
Dude.
no reason.
I love him reviewing all these fucking frozen meals and
Yeah,
noodle
I
cups
love
and
it.
shit. It's so good.
I like his cookbook thing, where he'll make something out of a cookbook, and he's just like, I don't know, is it good? Is it not? He's got an
When
awesome editing style.
he reviewed that weird like pornographic MMO that one time, and he was like, "I don't know how to play, but I'm gonna try."
On
Dude.
the more raunchier side, I like there's this guy Seth Syntac. I don't know if you guys have watched him, but he's like a fucking OG YouTuber. He used to do a lot of League of Legends videos, but now he just reviews like retro RPGs or porn games. There's no in between. It's either one of those two, and you don't know because you can never tell whenever you see his upload.
Yep.
And so I'm like, oh man, I hope this is okay for my girlfriend to see.
God
Did you-
damn, dude.
Did you guys ever come across Gaming in the Clinton Years?
What is
Is that a
that?
channel?
It is.
that-
It is.
I was gonna say is like, there was the AI of like the presidents playing like
No,
Mario
no, no.
Party and shit.
So, Gaming in the
Hated
Clinton
those.
Years was a series of YouTube reviews. They were, I guess they were syndicated on TV at one point. This is like ancient game reviews, like from like back in like the 90s, early 2000s. I remember coming across them on YouTube way back in the day, and then I completely forgot about them. And then Cat Icarus did an entire video, like just covering this entire like thing. They are the most unhinged reviews like you'll ever see. Like they are just, the guy is completely off the rails. It is like
Good.
the most peak 90s like game shit ever.
That's my favorite kind of shit, is the like unhinged stupid shit. That's why I could never do like shout out to Pixel Project Radio. I could never do
Yeah.
like the serious
No.
game reviews do. I'm far too stupid. Also, I stumble over myself talking a lot, like I did just now, because I looked down at my little earbud case for a second.
I think the episode we did about Digimon, the Digimon episode that we did with Rick, I think might be the worst one he's done ever.
Yeah, that's probably why he's never invited me back on, man.
Yeah, that's probably why he's never even spoken to me and in general. Like he's like, this guy's not. He's not a material for my show.
I love Rick. He's great.
Yeah,
Rick's,
he is
Rick's
great,
a
man.
great guy. Oh,
Oh, I just had another channel in mind I was going to talk about. Oh, I forget. Shit.
you know, Nitro Rat,
PewDiePie.
he's still doing pretty good.
Nitro Red,
Who?
yeah, he's still good. I still watch him a lot. I'm gonna scroll through. Oh, Gaming Off the Grid, they're pretty good. They're from old Des Moines. They're all fucking 30 minutes away from me, probably. They're
I
pretty-
literally just listen. Because I'm working all the time, and so I'm on YouTube, but I'm not watching. So I'll just listen to just either court videos, like just courtroom stuff, or like people
Judge
debating
Fonda B.
things. Yeah, it's like
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah.
I just let my YouTube just play sometimes, and it just takes me into rabbit holes. Sometimes I get into like World War II documentaries. I'm like, ooh, it's feeling a little spicy today.
Do you
Pretty cool.
remember way back in the day, like there was a YouTube channel that was literally just their entire gimmick was they would just microwave shit and then see what happened?
Oh yeah, or the hydraulic press channel. Oh my god,
That's
that
still
was
Dude,
going.
so
no,
cool.
that's like a YouTube Shorts and Facebook like stories now. Like I see that
Yeah.
shit on Facebook all the time, and I always click on it because I'm like, a light bulb, huh? I'm pretty sure I know what's gonna happen here, but I'm gonna go ahead and watch it anyway.
I think the show
That's
was
still
literally called "Is it a good idea to microwave this?"
It's
I don't.
can you microwave it?
Is
or
that what?
Maybe.
I swear it
Maybe
was.
You're right.
I remember it was just like these three guys, and they would just microwave random shit. It went on for years, then it ended. But I always remember because they microwaved an airbag and it fucking exploded. The entire microwave.
It's sick.
Oh, dude.
You guys ever watch Internet Comment Etiquette?
No, I don't know.
Oh my god,
I don't
Aaron,
think
you would
so.
love Internet Comment Etiquette for sure.
What is it called? Internet what?
Internet Comment Etiquette. Listener, if you're gonna look it up,
Go.
you also, Aaron, you got to watch the drink bleach one.
Oh, okay.
This
Videos for
dude-
dogs. It's the first one that came
Yeah,
up.
videos for dogs is so good. Oh, it's so good. But this guy makes preem content, and he's a pretty old YouTuber as well. He was one of the people that was in the iDubbbz boxing event. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, the
Creator
Creator
Clash?
Clash?
Yeah, he was in that second one, I think.
Oh, iDubbbz is legit food reviews, dude. Those are so good. Like the one where he's looking in the sewers for pickles, and he's just like dumping a jar of pickles like onto the floor in the sewer, just like rolling
Making
around
me
in them and
sad.
eating
I
them.
miss him.
So
I miss him
good.
so much. Or like I loved his unboxings. Just
Yeah,
like
dude.
And everything would just get more and more degenerate.
Another really really good one is Gus Johnson. He did this one with cooking with fireworks. He did 2 of them, cooking with fireworks 1 and 2. They're a blast. Haha. Funny joke.
I miss
Get
the
fireworks.
dumb era of YouTube where like you just find the stupidest videos. Like one of my favorites of all time was train horn pranks, where it was just these like idiots like put a train horn in a fucking Kia Soul, and they would just drive around and just fucking scare the shit out of people.
Oh my god.
The best one was, so these are to date how old these videos were. They were during like the launch of Halo 3, so 2007. And they went up to like one of the GameStop midnight releases and they just blasted the train horn. And a bunch of the guys in line were like, "Get a life." And I'm just sitting here thinking the irony.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, I think I saw a video from them probably, but it's not. But there was a video where this guy was driving up next to people in like traffic, and he had a scary mask on, like this fucked up face mask, like this really realistic looking one. And then they would wait until they turned and looked at him, and then he'd look at them really fast, and then blast the air horn right whenever because he also had one of those loud ass horns in his car. Scare the shit out of them over and over again. There's so many people that drive with their windows down for some reason. Like I never understood that.
It's so weird.
I'm always afraid like someone's gonna throw a fucking McDonald's McFlurry into my window or something like horrific is gonna happen.
The McFlurry. Hell yeah.
I haven't had a McFlurry in fucking a decade at this point.
It's probably why you're still alive. That's just survival instinct.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. McFlurries are. Go get yourself a McFlurry after this, Bill. They're pretty good. They're not the best.
I saw
the machine will probably be broken. So.
Oh yeah, it will be broken. I saw on TikTok a dude that got a what's it called? A fucking Blizzard from Dairy Queen, and then he asked for a cup of like their dip sauce. You know, when they dip the cones and it comes out in this hard chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he would take a spoonful of the fucking Blizzard and dip it into the hard shell, and it would come out all hard. And it was like, it was so cool that I had to try it. And I've done it twice since then. Once with chocolate and once with cherry. And it's fucking incredible.
It's so good.
Life-changing.
I'm living in
used
the
to
year
work-
2055. Holy shit.
Right? Like
When I was younger, I used to work at an ice cream shop, a local one here in Oklahoma, and I would make like hot fudge sundaes, but instead of the hot fudge, I would use that hardened chocolate
hard
instead.
shell.
And I would just put whatever, like mint chocolate chip ice cream and like a Reese's and shit. I'm like, dude, I don't know how I'm alive. Speaking of death from diabetes.
Diabetes.
I always remember the shit like back in the day that you'd get at like McDonald's, and it was like borderline fucking like crack cocaine.
Oh, like the green slime dipping sauce from Burger King. Remember that? The green apple dipping sauce.
Do you guys remember green ketchup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude, from like in the
ketchup.
bottle. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
purple one too.
Easy
Purple's the
squeeze.
one I wanted.
Yeah, that is like the most heinous abomination ever.
Most
And
Kids
it didn't
first
taste
fucking
right.
thing.
It didn't really taste like ketchup. It was
No,
weird.
it really didn't, man.
because it was loaded with food coloring.
It had that cursed tang to
dude.
it.
That's why we all. That's just why we all have ADHD now, man.
I just
All
love
the
It's
fucking
all that
dyes they
purple.
pumped into us, dude.
I just love the thought process as a child where you're like fucking green ketchup. You're like, it's green. I
Like,
need
it
to
could
dye
happen.
it.
Right?
Dude,
I
in
love-
fucking in 20 years, like they're gonna have studies. They're gonna look back and be like, man, they used to pump this food coloring and everything, huh?
Oh yeah. I love looking
Like
at the
how we
image-
look back at lead.
Oh yeah. I love looking at like the heinous food images of like the purple ketchup on like a hot dog, and it's like this just looks fucking disgusting.
Weird.
Like
Ooh.
Barney came on it.
Yeah.
Y'all ever go and look up like cool discontinued snacks or discontinued fast food items? I have a hankering to do that like all the fucking time, and I'll be like, oh, there's the mixed spaghetti for the 50th time.
I bet you can find some unopened and eat it.
Then
Like if you
unopened
pay
mixed
like
spaghetti?
500.
If you go to the McDonald's in Sand Lake in Orlando, you will find Mac spaghetti, Mac pizza, and I think even Mac Alfredo.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I can't believe
Nick
when we were talking
Alfredo.
about these comfort YouTubers, but Steve MRE. Do you guys ever watch him? It's like Steve 1988 MRE or something like that.
Is he the dude that just opens and like eats MREs and shit?
Yeah, like sometimes he opens them up from like World War II and he'll like eat some of it. And I don't know how he's alive. One time he ate like this Chinese MRE from like the 80s or the 70s, and then he vanished for like 3 months, and everyone thought he died. He thought that one took him out.
Dude, there was I think his name is LA Beast. He did this one where he's just eating weird canned foods like canned reindeer and like canned rattlesnake and shit. Let me see if I can find the video.
Canned rattlesnake is
reindeer?
vile.
You guys
Where
ever
would you get that from?
Oh, you'll see.
Cambodia?
I'm gonna. Oh, here it is. I found it. I'm gonna put a link in the chat, dude. It's so good. You guys need to watch it. It's only 20 minutes.
All right, everyone, pause the video. Pause the podcast.
Well, not right now. Watch it afterward. There's a whole canned chicken in there, man.
Have you guys ever seen that fucking Swedish like fish stuff that's apparently like rotten that like they just eat?
Oh, Sir Stroman?
Yeah, that shit. I love
Yeah.
watching
Damn.
videos of people try it.
Oh,
Chris fucking pulled that out real quick.
like every time they open it, it just squirts.
It squirts and like
Ugh.
immediately like everyone in the room
Dude,
runs out because it's so
that's
vile.
Right.
I love
That makes me
bizarre
so
foods, dude.
fucking mad. Like when I go to Chick-fil-A and I get like the ranch, and it always fucking launches directly into my face.
I
Like
thought
no
you were gonna say
matter
when there's
what
rotten
angle.
fish.
Fermented ranch.
Holy shit!
Oh God, that's gross.
I remember there was one time when I when our toddler, when he was like maybe a few months old, I was just rocking him to sleep, just sitting there, and then Bizarre Foods was playing, and I was sitting there for like 3 hours watching Bizarre Foods. So I know a lot about balut and like century eggs and shit like that. So that's cool. Or Indian street food.
Balut. Isn't that narwhal?
Now let's say so it's like a fertilized egg. I forget if it's like a duck egg or what, but it's a fertilized egg. So there's a little baby in there,
Yeah, dude.
but they still hard boil it and shit, and you just eat like the little baby duck in
Yeah,
the
there's
egg.
like a duck inside of it. There,
Yeah,
there's this
Okay.
podcast called Bad Friends where they ate it because I don't know. There's this like niece of Bobby Lee that's from what is it called? I don't want to say New Zealand. That's not right. But it's like over there somewhere. I don't know, on that side of the world. I'm from America. I don't know geography very good. But she brings balut for everyone to eat, and I don't remember if everyone ate it because I couldn't do it, dude. My stomach is way too.
Yeah.
I would throw up if it was just in my mouth. I wouldn't be able to even chew it.
Go watch Bizarre Foods, man. There's a lot of shit that
Bizarre Foods is
motherfucker.
great.
So much
So-
shit that he'll eat and just pump into his body. It's like I don't know how he does it. If it looks good, eat it, and then he'll eat like an entire fucking pig on screen or some shit.
Dude, have you guys seen fucking Brave Wilderness?
No,
I
that
don't
sounds
think I
cool.
have.
Dude, you guys have this dude Coyote Peterson. He
Oh yeah,
goes
yeah.
around
Coyote
getting
Peterson.
bit, stung, scratched, attacked by all the worst things in the whole world.
Ooh,
And so like the most pain, and then he's like on this pain scale, the tier list, this is a B minus, but for lasting pain, this is a C plus. And then intimidation factor, I gotta give it an A, man. Those fangs are big. It's fucking awesome.
oh, that reminded me of my boy Cowboy Kent Rollins. Oh man, when I worked in the office, I used to watch Cowboy Kent all the time on YouTube. He's this old Alabama
An
cowboy.
Anime?
Or no, he's in Oklahoma actually. So he's your next door neighbor, Nave.
No way! What is his name?
Cowboy Kent Rollins. And he just cooks food outside, cowboy style, man.
Well,
It's great.
that's so funny. The first thing that pops up in my like search bar is biscuits and gravy, and that is a legit Oklahoma thing.
Dude, he's got old fashioned pot roast. Fucking, he's got all. There's this one where he just like digs a hole and then fills it with like burning coals and shit, and just slaps a steak right on top of it, dude. It's so cool. Just old fashioned cowboy style steak and coffee, dude.
So
Look
this
at
is
this guy.
completely off topic, but do you guys remember like back in like the day when like you'd go to like a Walmart or a Target and they'd have the fucking like game like controllers and like handhelds just sticking out of the display cases that you could play?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That was
You
always
had to break your neck to look at the TV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was like up there, or like I always remember like the DS with like the fucking destroyed screen because some like fucking monster just went to fucking town on it.
Dude, the McDonald's nearby, some homeless person destroyed the screens there, and I went up there and I was like, "Oh no!" Like, I guess I gotta order from memory now.
I always remember like going to like the Toys R Us back in the day, and they would have like the kiosk, but then they had this cool thing where it was just a giant like membrane like pad, and it just had a ton of Game Boy games, and you could just click on them, and it would show you trailers for the different games.
The fucking
That's awesome.
GameStop in my high school, I used to go up there and play Guitar Hero 3 all the time. Like on their little kiosk, I would just go up there and like my dad would just drop me off, and I would just walk around for like an hour and a half in
Holy
GameStop, and I'd
shit.
play Guitar Hero for a while. And whenever they took the kiosk down, the fucking owner or the manager gave me the guitar. Like he held it in the back for me, and then gave it to me. And
Nice.
so and that thing was heavy duty. That I used that thing all the way up to Rock Band 3. That was like my primary guitar. That thing was built to kill people.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I remember when the Wii first came out, and they hadn't exactly figured out how they were gonna like have the kiosk for that yet. And so like you'd have to like go ask the manager for the controller because they didn't trust
How do you?
they didn't trust leaving them out there.
Did you guys remember? Did you guys go to McDonald's whenever they had the Nintendo 64s?
Yes,
I
because
think so.
That wasn't
That
a
was-
thing in Puerto Rico. No.
that was
Ah,
the
fuck.
only way I got to play N64 back in the day because I was a PlayStation kid.
I used to fuck up Tony Hawk back then, and I had it at my house. So I would go to McDonald's and wait for kids to challenge me.
Watch
Tony
this
Hawk.
fucking nerd.
I was after them, man.
I
fucked them up in
remember
graffiti.
I remember going to like an old hotel, and they used to have like the little like
Yes.
N64 controllers in the back, and I was with
Oh,
I'd
dude.
Okay,
always be
that
like-
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about that. We didn't have that shit in Iowa.
It
The
was a
first time I
really-
played with one of those, I played the Kirby game and I absolutely hated it immediately. As soon as I booted it up, fucking awful, trash ass game.
It's just pink. Boys don't like pink. And you fucking
Dude,
No,
fuck
it's not
did
even
you
that. It's
see-
too fucking slow. Like I'm used to Rocket Power on the PlayStation 1, not fucking
Oh,
slow ass Kirby.
fuck.
Power.
Fuck that
Jesus
game.
Christ.
Fuck that game. I hated that game so much.
Used to haul it ass to
Dude.
Earthworm Jim 3D.
That Rocket Power game, literally, like, it's just like 4 mini games, but there's like this really shitty story mode that kind of works. But I always remember, like, I would just the only thing I'd ever play is the roller skating game where you just free roam around the fucking the town basically for
Mad
like
Town?
hours. Yeah, Mad Town.
Did you see
Mad
those
Town Skate
really
Park.
old Kirby ads that were like trying to get boys into Kirby, and they made Kirby look like a badass like monster? Like,
Dude, whoa.
I always remember the Kirby
5
DS.
o'clock shadow.
yeah.
I
With the
always remember,
finger?
yeah, the finger ad before Nintendo like changed their entire advertising style
The
to the
touching is good at.
yeah, that shit was. I love like the just like awful game ads that are great. Like my favorite of all time is still the PS2 ad that advertised the PlayStation 6.
Oh, the with the baby.
No, that was the PS3 ad.
That was
That
the
one's
Play-
fucked. That ad's disturbing. The
Yeah.
PlayStation
Oh, and the one with
2
the ballerina with like the really fucking far apart
Yeah.
eyes. That one was creepy as hell too.
the PlayStation 2 ad is great because the entire ad is like this like post-apocalyptic world where they're like going around and like they grab this like glowing spear and it just says PlayStation 6 on it. And then it just cuts to the end. It's like PlayStation 2 coming 2000. And it's like,
That's
like, what?
stupid.
the PS6 better be a glowing fucking spear. I tell you.
No way.
It's
is-
spherical.
It's
Oh,
spherical.
oh, come on, game.
R.I.P. Josh.
Oh man,
It's
Is he dead?
fucking druggy.
I don't know.
I can't. It's so hard to think about like what the. It's so hard to think about like the next generation of gaming and like where that's gonna go because like where else can
It's
consoles
so-
really go? Like
It's so like
Better CPU, man. Probably.
I don't
scale-
want more realistic. I want faster.
Yeah. It's got to be
better
better
performance.
these things
Yeah.
so that they can. No, just have more of a load. They can render more things. I think that's where we're going. Is that more things are going to be happening rather than the things looking better.
Do you guys
I
remember?
also think the industry is going to crash
yeah.
because I think it's already starting to crash
So
with
do
like
you-
all of these huge projects like eating shit.
Oh yeah, like Ubisoft. Like I just watched the
Ugh.
Mudahar video about how Ubisoft stocks are just fucking plummeting because
Yeah.
they spent like almost $1 billion fucking dollars on Skull and Bones and it's fucking tanking, dude.
Ooh, I beat Star Wars Outlaws. I I really wish it didn't have the Ubisoft bloat.
Yeah.
And I wish they would have spent more of the time that they used to bloat it into polishing the combat.
Mhm.
Because it's a really fucking fun game with a fun Star Wars story.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like any of the modern Assassin's Creed games where it's like, yeah, it's great that your world is fucking huge, but it'd be nice if there was actually shit to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Valhalla was fucking awful. And then Mirage was back to more Assassin's Creed 2 type gameplay. And that was great. But I don't want to put 100 hours into every fucking game that I play, especially if
Yeah.
it's an open world action game.
Oh yeah. Like I'm strictly on the side now where it's like not every fucking game has to be open world.
Like it's
Right?
it's fine if it's like if the content in there is meaningful and like you actually the game makes you want to play it, not just for the sake of just shoveling content into it, just to keep players entertained and get them to buy your fucking game. Like it's
Right.
I fucking hate when, especially the newer Far Cry games, like the world is
5 was
cool.
fucking bad. I hated 5.
Yeah, like it was
And
cool. Those games are always so fun to explore, but there's like nothing to explore. Like the whole like
Right.
area you're running around and exploring is like it's cool, but it's not. There's nothing
It's
to
a
do.
forest. There's
Yep.
nothing to do. It's a forest in America. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, dude. There's not even
That's-
there's very few bears.
That's
Right.
honestly like one of my big problems with modern games is like they're just too fucking long now.
Yep.
Like one of the I have a lot of issues with Last of Us Part 2, but my biggest problem
Oh,
with
that
Last
shit
of Us
doesn't end.
that's my biggest problem. That game is way too long. Like
How
it
many
did
hours
not,
is it?
It's like
Oh, it's-
430 something.
yeah,
I think it's like 40 if you mainline it.
Yeah, for-
Jesus.
Yeah.
for
really?
a linear
Yeah.
action like survival horror game.
What the
It doesn't
fuck?
help. It doesn't help too that the story is incredibly divisive. Like
But it's also like it's like 40 hours
Holy
of
shit.
really it's like stressful and supposed to be like sad. It's like not supposed to be fun. So it's
that
like
game makes me upset playing it. Like that's one of the reasons it took me like 5 years to beat it.
Yep.
See, I liked it a whole lot more than I liked the first one. I absolutely fucking hate the first Last of Us game. I hate
See, I'm-
Joel and I hate Ellie. And because they're one-dimensional characters. What is their fucking personality? Oh, I'm immune and I'm sad. Oh, I'm
Angry.
childless and I'm sad. I'm angry. Like I can't human. I fucking hated them. I hated both characters and I hated the story because The Walking Dead did it better a year before.
True.
And
The
then
Walking
2
Dead
actually
was a much better game.
right? And then 2 gives you characters with depth, and everybody's like, "Oh, I fucking hate it because a girl killed Joel." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That is the best character that Naughty Dog has written since ever.
I
just
think
I think the only one that
the
comes
way-
close is Sam Drake.
I would say that The Last of Us is a really good personal story in a zombie apocalypse, and then The Walking Dead is a good zombie apocalypse story. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like how Fallout's an RPG with first-person shooter elements, and Borderlands is a first-person shooter with RPG elements. It's
RPG
like
elements,
slightly different, but
But did you play episode 1 of The Walking Dead?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
I love that.
I
Borderlands
did.
thing.
I have it on. I have a tier list for every game I beat this year, and I went and replayed all the Walking Dead games. Let me go see because I am pretty sure. It'll take me like 5 seconds to find it.
Clementine
so
will remember that.
The Walking Dead is
Duff
an
will
S
remember
tier.
that.
The first season is an S tier, and all of the
Oh,
rest of them are an A tier.
The first season 1 was phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
man.
fucked me up. It made me
Yep.
feel because it's been like a few years since I played it, and I remembered every story beat, and it made me feel worse with like
Did you-
all of the age I have now.
Did you
Like I'm
kill-
so much older.
Did you kill Ben or did you
I'm Lee's age.
did you let Ben fall or did you try to save him?
I let him fall this time.
Okay.
I usually, when I was younger, I thought that it was correct to save him, but whenever I don't know, man, I just felt it. I felt like he
That's-
needed to go.
That's one of my favorite scenes in that game is when Ben's like hanging there and then Kenny just looks back and just gives you the nod and then walks off and I'm just
That's
like
the thing, man. Dude, Kenny, I am ride or die Kenny. Like I don't know why. Like
Oh,
he's so well written.
he is so well written because he's like not a good character, but that's kind of why you like him.
Yeah. I mean, like he's a good character, but he's not a good guy. Like he's a
Well, yeah,
bad guy,
right.
but like
Right.
he's intensely loyal. It's like I don't know what it is about characters that are flawed but loyal, but I always like really attach myself to them.
And you're gonna tell me Joel is a better character than Kenny?
Well, no, but Joel is a flawed but loyal character. Like that's the whole story of the game is that he he becomes loyal to this girl, and then at the end he literally like fucks everything up because he can't stop being loyal for a fucking second.
And wasn't he loyal because Ellie or who the fuck reminded him of his daughter who died like in the beginning of the game?
Yeah,
Or
well,
whatever.
that's the thing is he resented Ellie at the beginning because of that, because it reminded him all the time that he didn't have his daughter anymore. But then he just kind of like grew to love her as her own person and like see her that way. And I don't know, it's cool. Like I can understand why you wouldn't like it though, because like if you don't like them at the beginning of the game, you're probably not going to like them. You're just stuck with them, and so it's like there's no one else to attach yourself to, so you're gonna hate the game overall. But
Except for the some of the travelers you like. I hope you don't like Tess because she does not last very long.
No,
Yeah.
he does not.
I didn't care about Tess.
Or the two the brothers that you meet in the city, they also don't last very long.
That's the thing too, is that I really liked Joel at like throughout the whole thing, and then Ellie annoyed me. I was also team anti Ellie. I didn't give a shit about her, and then at some point I don't know when, but like I gave a shit suddenly, and there's like stuff that happens to her, like, and I remember I was like, oh, what? And then I was like, whoa, I'm like, what am I feeling right now? I thought I hated this character. Like, why am I suddenly caring? And I don't know if I personally cared about Ellie, but I cared about Joel, who cared about Ellie. So I cared that Ellie was in danger because Joel was scared now. And I was like, oh, I mean, there's a lot you could talk about to dissect that, but Last of Us 2 is definitely a fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah, that's like
It has its issues. But then
That's
again,
one of
I
those-
never really liked Naughty Dog games. I've
Oh yeah.
never
I mean,
I've
I'm
never
a-
found one that I've been like, this is a good game. Like they've all been passable at best.
See, I adore Uncharted, so
Yeah, that's
kind of my
I
No,
also
source.
really like
Vivi.
Uncharted.
God damn it. The last of Vivi.
I-
The Vivi
No,
of
no, no.
us.
I still want Uncarded in The Fast of Us, damn it.
Uncarded.
Uncarded.
Yeah,
With a K. Uncarded.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I
They're good
did
ideas.
really like Uncharted 4. I think Uncharted 4 was
That's my favorite
Amazing.
Naughty Dog game ever.
because
I think
I
it
mean
is
you
mine
got
too.
you got Troy Baker and Nolan North being brothers. I mean
Yeah.
it writes itself. It's
Well, then,
if you can't make them work together, you shouldn't be making games.
Yeah.
then you also get fucking Richard McGonigal as Sully the entire time, and fucking Sully's the best character in fucking gaming. I swear.
You know what I just
I really like
realized?
Sully.
I just realized that the new Mario and Luigi game comes out in basically a month.
Oh,
30
shit.
ass
Oh,
days
yeah.
from now.
Brothers.
I cannot fucking wait for that game.
Let's go.
I am very surprised that Nintendo has two big ass games for the holiday season.
I'm
It is kind of wild.
What's the other one?
Yeah. Zelda.
Oh,
Oh, right.
yeah. Yep.
I'm amazed that freaking Nintendo has suddenly like changed their tune on Mario RPGs. Where now we just got we're getting three fucking amazing ones on Switch.
Two being remakes though. But I mean, they're still
Well,
good.
I mean, the RPG remake basically gave that game a second life.
Oh yeah.
That's
and
true.
then it was just nice to have Paper Mario Thousand Year Door again, to be honest.
Still gotta
But
buy
they
it.
really need to make the next Switch backwards compatible, and they need to make the stores backwards compatible as well.
I-
Because
Make the
believe
store
they
better.
will.
Make the store
have-
not a fucking web page, because
Right.
holy
the
shit, that
store-
thing runs so slow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God
And
forbid
if
you
you
have a game running.
accidentally hit back, you just lose everything.
Yeah, fuck, that shit drives me insane, man.
I
I
love
really
how,
do like the feature where you go into a game and underneath the title it says who made it, and you click on it and it
Yeah.
gives you all of the games that they've published. I
Yeah.
love that. That's
That's-
really good.
I love how unhinged the fucking Switch store is now, though. Like some
Oh
of the
yeah,
games that they let.
fucking hentai.
Fucking coloring
There's-
books and like puzzle books and shit, dude.
So I
Right.
legit bought Hentai Golf because it was $1, and I saw the name, and
Hentai
I
golf? What?
yeah, I saw it. I was like, it was on sale for $1, and I was like, Hentai Golf. I'm like,
Sweet.
do I do it? And I'm like, yes, I do. And then
I
it's
think
just
those
a
games
really-
are always on sale for $1. I don't think they ever stop
Oh, yeah.
being on sale.
I love that they're all called
There's
hentai, but
one-
there's like nothing pornographic about them.
This
Yeah.
looks cool.
Have you guys seen that video of people playing Heavy Rain and fucking up all the QuickTime events?
Yeah. Heavy Rain is one of those games that it is objectively kind of a shit game, but I fucking love it.
That does
It's
sound
so
pretty
good.
fucking sick.
Dude, I'll find it, but
Also-
I gotta send it to you, Aaron.
Heavy
You can watch it
gives
later.
you- Heavy Rain has some of the most awkward fucking sex scenes in a video game you'll ever see.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
Hold on, you haven't seen Ride.
Well, no, that's
Right
just-
to hell,
Road-
Retribution.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
I
That's
can't think of
just
the name. It's
fully-
like
that's
Road to
just-
Hell or like Road to Retribution or something.
That's just
stupid.
two
Right
fully
to hell.
clothed bad models humping each other.
Yep.
It's the best fucking shit. It's like the fucking hot coffee mod from fucking GTA.
Yeah, dude.
At least that has like
Hot
QuickTime
coffee.
events.
Ride to Hell. That is a fucking legendary dumpster fire of a game.
Fucking piece of trash, dude.
I thought about
Uh,
buying it when it came out because I kept seeing the videos of how bad it was. Like, I need to see how bad it is, and I never did. So I'm happy I didn't.
It's hilarious just how fucking awful that game is. Like, oh boy. Now Heavy
Ooh.
Rain though, fucking I love that shit.
Unrelated, but I hope the Switch 2 finally gives us themes or more themes because it has two, the black and the white. But I want more. I want a Zelda theme. I want a Pokemon theme.
Yeah. I know, because the fucking 3DS had the best fucking themes ever.
It did. It did. That was probably
did.
like I spent so much money on the fucking theme
I
store
know.
buying
I had
themes
all
I
the
never
si-
used.
I had all the Sega themes and I just put them on.
Me
So
too.
I used that shuffle theme feature where you could set like 7 themes and it would just shuffle them every time
Yes!
you opened it. So
It's
I
the
had like
greatest feature ever.
all the Sega
Really
ones. I
made
had-
the DS slow as fuck, though.
Oh, it did at times. Like whenever it had to load up, because I had like all the Heavy Rain, not heavy rains. Yeah, I had all
Holy
the
shit.
I
Heavy
had,
Rain 3D.
I had all the Sega ones. I had the Persona one. I had the 2 Ace Attorney ones. I had the Shin Megami Tensei one. Basically, it was all like Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, and Ace Attorney.
Dude,
It's-
I think the only one I've ever used is the Dreamcast one because it plays that really awesome song from Phantasy Star Online.
that
And it's
one's
just-
fun.
That looks awesome.
I love the Sega Genesis one because it plays the Sega CD boot up music, which is just epic.
That is awesome.
The 3DS really
Hey.
was a fucking amazing system.
Thank you,
Aaron.
man. Yes.
I want to see. I want to see if you think like I do.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Engage.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Right? Really like it a lot. I hate that every single character can be every single class if you train them in a specific weapon.
That's
I
I didn't know that. That's stupid.
mean,
It's
you could kind of do that in 3 Houses too.
I hate it because it makes it so that a bunch of other characters are worthless because you have your core group of characters that can do basically everything that all the other characters
Yep.
should have been done.
I
That's
hate
the
when
only thing I
games do
hate.
that.
Yeah. Like I trained pretty much everybody up to level 10 so I can get their next level, their next class, see what they look like. And basically they just went back into the bag and I haven't used them.
Is it
I have
bad
like
that,
what's up?
is it bad that I still just can't get into Engage because I hate the art style?
Pepsi Chan.
Oh
I-
no, Nave and I went over this. He's the Aquafresh man or whatever, Captain Aquafresh.
Yeah, dude.
Like I think it might
Fucking
just
insane.
I think it might just be because I fucking loved 3 Houses so much, and like that game's art style is fucking amazing. And like when I got to Engage, I was just like, like I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
I have
Yeah.
female Alier, and I do not like her face shape, but everything else, I do hate the clothes for all the original characters. They all have really fucking stupid, ugly clothes.
They all look like VTubers, and it's I don't know how I
Yeah,
feel
that's
about that.
True. Yeah.
And
there's
then
that-
you have like the rings, when you summon them, you have like Marth or Lynn or Celica or Hector, and they all look cool in their new 3D models with their old clothing, but everybody else just look fucking stupid.
Man,
Uh,
I really enjoyed that they made Engage like old school Fire Emblem. Like they took the bells and whistles off and they were like, here's just fucking strategy RPG goodness. Here's
Right.
a cool cool hub area where you get to do lots of cool shit. I just wish they would have done more with the rings, kind of, because it sucks. There's only like them. Like if they would have put some other characters, some other Final Fantasy game or not Final Fantasy, some other Fire Emblem games in there. There's a lot of really fucking cool characters, some like Awakening or Echoes that no games ever touch. Like Henry, bring back fucking Henry, man. I love Henry. That's my dog, but
Henry was great.
it's
So
awesome,
if
man.
you buy the DLC, there's like a map of challenges where you can get bracelets instead of rings. So you get Hector, Tiki,
Oh,
Crom, and Robin. No Alm. You get Camilla, but no Alm.
that's weird.
See,
Look at this pimp.
Celica, but no Alm.
I
Right?
love
Like you see Celica everywhere in all of the Fire Emblem games where she's in. You don't see Alm except in Echoes.
Oh, I need to go replay Echoes now. I'm getting that
Echoes
fucking
is so
itch,
good.
dude.
See, I loved Three Houses just because I loved fucking just walking around the fucking the school like just for hours.
Let's just start another show where we talk about 3DS games, man, because I could go for fucking days. God,
Right.
I love so many. Like, have either of you guys ever played Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey, like the Redux one on 3DS?
I played
I
both the
haven't- I
original and
haven't.
Redux.
Oh, that game's so fucking good too. I want to replay that as well.
It's
But
it's that one is fun, but it is such a step back. If you went directly from 3 to that, it's like, oh damn, this one is old school.
yeah, but it's fucking awesome, dude. Like the all the new demons they added to the Redux and the what you the cool upgrades you could buy for your suit and the new guns. Oh, it's awesome. Also, what the fuck are these cards, Nave? Holy shit.
I don't want to be derail, but Magic the Gathering has these like secret layer alternate arts for cards, and this is from Extra Life, which I assume everybody
That's
here
cool.
knows is the it's like a charity event that happens like every year. But they look like Mega Man. It looks really cool.
Those are fucking cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. Those are
Oh.
really fucking cool. That blue card is really expensive. That's a shocking reprint, actually. But
Ooh, is it like that? The time they had the One Ring and some dude bought it for like 50? Was
$1
it
million.
50K?
no,
Was
I
it
think
a
it's
million?
$2 million, and
Really?
it was Post Malone bought it for like
course
$2
he
million.
did.
Fucking Posty.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
it bad that like other than like Metaphor, like most of the games I'm excited for are all like remasters.
it is
Yeah.
very telling about the games industry right
Yeah.
now.
Like right now, like besides Metaphor, the two games I'm the most hyped for are fucking Tales of Grace's F remaster and the Lunar Collection.
You don't want to play Starship Troopers Extinction or whatever coming
rather-
out on Friday.
What about
Is it
what about,
coming to Game Pass?
No.
Damn it.
what about Funko Fusion, guys?
Oh, dude, I tried to
Oh,
review
Jesus
Funko Fusion,
Christ.
but it soft locked on me 21 times. That was my favorite fucking article from Kotaku ever, dude.
It can fucking it's legally allowed to drink.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
Jesus!
What's
Yeah. There's too much shit. Like the Silent Hill remake that came out
Which is
today.
apparently pretty good from what I've heard.
That's
But
what Jerry's saying.
What's crazy
Yeah, he
is
won't
that
shut
like
up about it.
dude, everything I see of it, it just looks so bad. Like,
like,
it
everyone's
actually
saying it's
looks
good.
bad. Yeah, so I think that it looks like it's playing kind of like mediocre, but I think that people are just happy that the atmosphere is good. But that was never on the table for them to fuck up. I don't think.
I mean,
But on top of that, there is this insane blur effect that like
Yeah.
some doors or some like reflective surfaces on the ground will have this like whoosh, like an acid trip like effect going on, and it's definitely a bug, and it reminds me of like Alan Wake 2 that also had this problem.
That's
But
another one
if
I
you want
haven't
like
fucking
performance,
played.
Yep.
that one's really good. But I don't know. It looks very like I don't. It just looks very clunky from what I see. But I'm assuming that most of the people who are really into it are just playing for the atmosphere rather than like playing specifically like to have a fun time. It's like seeing people going, okay, the optimal way to fight the mannequins, you have to shoot them in the knees so that they get kneecapped and go on the ground like it's Manhunt, and then you execute them like it's fucking God of War. And I'm like, this is really interesting looking for Silent Hill. Like,
Yeah.
because I can't help but think back to Silent Hill, the one I remember, and like immediately
Silent
have
Hill,
a
the movie.
comparison. Yes, Silent Hill the movie.
The only movie
is
where
good.
Sean Bean doesn't die because he's dead the entire time.
I love the era of like just video game movie adaptions that were all shit for the
Dude.
longest time there.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2. I think I watched Resident Evil
fucking
2
love
all the
3.
fucking time.
Those movies are like
Extinction, that
so
was
bad
great.
that they're kind of good.
I
Because
love Resident Evil.
the director clearly did not know anything about Resident Evil.
Right.
Ooh. What toward the end of the year, we need to do like a cool stream where we rattle off our like top 3 games of the year. Cause holy shit, I've got a pretty good list going of games this year that have that kind of rocked me a little bit. One I'm sure fucking everybody knows because typical Aaron game, but yeah.
Sushi Striker.
I wish, man. Please bring back Sushi Strike.
I mean, yeah, I got a good handful of games that came out this year that I'm really really happy with. Infinite Wealth is
Yeah, you
still my
got-
game of the year, but I'm excited to play. I'm excited to play ReFantazio or whatever the fuck it's called. I
Yeah,
forget.
Fantasia or
Metaphor.
Mickey Mouse Fantasia
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck.
Because it's looking pretty wild. And I love Atlas, so it's like this is
Yeah.
gonna be tough for me, man. Because Like a Dragon's my favorite franchise of all time, and tons of what I love about Infinite Wealth is just sentimental value from
Yeah.
all the hundreds of hours I put into the series now. But
Yakuza 0 is still one of the greatest games ever made, I will always say.
I love
What's,
it so much.
What's everybody's top 3 games of the year so far?
So
Or
far.
if you don't want to
Ugh.
spoil it, we can skip it.
I can say it.
Astrobot #1.
I'm still gonna
Astrobot
play
was
that.
incredible trip through Sony history. That's all it was for me. It was fantastic. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
I still have
Second,
to play that
like
too.
right there. It's so good. It's so fucking good. And the other one, Star Fox. Star Fox is always there.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Okay. Oh, I'll count it.
I'm like trying to remember what came out this year.
I really
'cause
don't know about a third one. I did like Star Ocean, the second story. That shit was fun.
That was such a nice
Oh
return.
yeah, the remake.
Gestalt Steam and Cinder was pretty fun. Rise of the Ronin was shit. Stellar Blade was awesome. Rebirth was pretty fun too, but I wouldn't put Rebirth in my top 3.
Did 16 come out this year or was that last year?
That
That
was
was-
last year.
Last year. I can't
Was it?
even
Yeah.
remember.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
God, it's
I think
been
my
forever.
top
Prince
three.
of Persia was pretty fun too.
Oh yeah.
My top 3 is probably Infinite Wealth, and then Crow Country,
Oh.
I still need to play that.
and I think Space Marine 2 after that. Either that or Mortal Kombat 1. But I'm really salty about Mortal Kombat 1 right now because their DLC just came out and it was trash. So, like, the story was actually really bad. So, I'm
That's
very upset.
surprising.
It is very surprising because they are the kings of story, but this
Right,
one
like-
sucked.
Since 9, the stories have been fucking amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. They're getting like really caught up in like this multiverse of madness shit. It's not tight.
Out of the stuff I've played, like Infinite Wealth, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Vengeance, or whatever the new version of it, that was a good
Yeah.
one. That's like really about it for games I've really put a lot into. I'm sure Metaphor is going to be big. I really got to play. I still got to play Astrobot. That'll happen eventually.
Dude, just take a weekend. It's all it takes. It's like 2 days,
I-
like half a day, 2 days.
I just need the money to buy it. That's kind of what's holding me up right now.
Yeah.
The Suikoden spiritual successor, Yujin
Eudine?
Chronicle. Eudine, that was fun. Not the greatest game ever, but it was fun. Yeah, there is a ton of games out. I need to play more. I think I've played more retro games this year than I've played new games.
Oh yeah, I've absolutely played. I've played so many more like replays and shit. I've played a lot of games from different time periods now too. The top 3 on my tier list right now, like it would be Red Dead Redemption 2, Infinite Wealth, and Witcher 3. And so it's like, yep. But
Fucking amazing games, dude.
I can't wait to get my Steam year look back where it's just like you played RuneScape. That was about it.
Mine is gonna be you played Flip Witch.
Flip Witch.
The best was one year I had it where it was like
Yeah.
my most played game was RuneScape, and then I went on like a fucking Freddy Fish binge, I guess, at one point because the rest of the games were all the Freddy Fish games, and I was like, all right, that's what a year.
Freddy Fish.
dude, I love the
And those
Spotify rap.
educational games.
Yeah, dude.
I can't
love
decide what my
Freddy
top
Fish.
3 would be, man.
They're great.
I think for sure Balatro's up there because that game is crack. Like I'll just be taking a poop and playing Balatro for like 45 minutes because it's on mobile now and that's great. Thanks for ruining my life, Balatro. Probably Unicorn Overlord because that game's really fucking cool.
That was another
Nice.
great
I've
one.
played that one.
SteamWorld Heist 2 also really fucks. Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is pretty fucking sweet though. They added so much shit to that game.
They finally took it off fucking Switch Purgatory too.
Yep. It runs much better on PS5 and Xbox Series X, dude.
Which game?
Shin
I keep
Megami
seeing it in
Tensei
Walmart
5.
for like.
Oh
Vengeance.
yeah, I bought that, but I'm just
It's-
staring at it. I'm
Dude,
just-
it's
don't know why I'm buying these games for full price, but I'm
dude, it's
buy them
good.
them.
It's like Pokemon
It's like-
for goth kids, dude. It's so great.
Yeah. This isn't a new game, but a game that I've been playing a shit ton of lately is fucking Teardown.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah,
It's just one of those dumb, like kind of like time killer games, but you basically just break shit. And there's like a storyline to it.
Tear down. Dang, 10 out of 10 on Steam. Holy shit.
It's an addicting game. It was on sale on PSN one day, and I was like, "Fuck it, I want to play this." And it's weird. Like it's like heist shit. Like where you're like breaking into shit. It's interesting. That's all I'll say.
That's cool as hell. I've been playing through Luigi's Mansion on my Wii U, and I forgot how much I love Luigi's Mansion. That's it's probably
The best one.
yeah. I almost said my
3 was really good, though.
I almost
will
said my
say.
favorite GameCube game, but I think I like Custom Robo more. Oh,
Luigi's
Oh, shit.
Mansion
How
is a
could we
game
forget
that.
about Concord? That's crazy.
come on.
man.
Oh,
Oh,
you mean
yes.
the game you mean the game that the first time I heard about it was when they shut it down?
Yeah, man. Game of the year, game of the year material right
Wait.
there.
Hold up. Was it this week that you guys were talking about flops on SuperPod?
yeah. It was
That that
me-
fucking Concord countdown was fucking funny.
I'm not joking though. Like legitimately, like I did not know anything about that game, and legit the first time I heard about it was when everyone was like,
It's
"Hey,
dead.
it's shutting down." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What game is this?"
I think Concord still lasted longer than the Culling 2 because that fucker went down like just a few like the Culling 2 released and only one person fucking played it and then they were like, okay, we'll shut it down, and it was within a span of like 7 days.
Concord
Yeah.
lasted longer than the Confederacy.
Oh, shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was
Oh.
such a bad time for Sony because it was legit like
Mhm.
they were like at the bottom. Then they released Astrobot, and everyone was like, "Yay!"
We're
and
so
then
we're so
we're so
fucked.
back. We're so fucked. We're so back. And then PlayStation Pro, we're so fucked.
Yeah, the memes are great.
That was the most lukewarm like most just like bad press I think I've ever seen Sony get was the goddamn PS5 Pro. I was like, oh my.
That fucking nerd talking about how like the trees, oh look at the trees in the background. You see so many fucking trees. Like my dog
You
in
put
Christ,
on your
they're like
fucking-
40 yards away. Like the fucking
You gotta put on your
Wow.
fucking bifocals so that you can fucking zoom in.
Well,
your
I
fucking
just
your steampunk goggles, dude.
hey, I remember back in the day when trees were just a 2D object that spun, so it always looked the same no matter what way
Right.
you looked at it.
And they looked great.
Yeah. Or
right?
or
And
when it
you
was
could
like,
climb them and mushrooms would come out of it.
oh yeah,
Ooh,
Or-
okay. Waha!
even better when like
Exactly.
the trees were just like 5 flat objects that they'd put in like a star pattern so it would look 3D. Those were the days.
It's just old man yelling at a cloud. He's like, back in my day, trees were polygonal. Yeah.
Well, I
No,
love like
feel it, man.
I
Yeah.
love the shit where they're like, look at the trees, damn it, and then the majority of people are over playing Minecraft and just like it's 4 squares, and they're just like, this is my tree.
See,
Look at
in
that,
Outlaws, in Star Wars Outlaws, whenever the first planet that you're in is kind of like has valleys and like mountains and deserts and shit, and the wind is always blowing, so you see like the trees and the grass blowing. It looks
That's
fucking
cool.
incredible. It looks so fucking good. But then you got Ubisoft bloat.
Hmm.
It's upsetting.
It's funny because like we get all these like hyper realistic games, but like for me, I'll be like, ooh, anime RPG, that's for me.
Right?
And then I'm just-
I know.
Fucking Crystar, Cry Machina, fucking Kandagawa Jet Girls.
Kandagawa
I
Jet
own
Girls.
that fucking special edition.
Wait,
It's
hold
act-
up.
Dude, yeah, with
Hell
it.
yeah,
Fucking
I have that.
Put it closer. Put it closer, please.
I have it with all my
Hold up.
fucking.
Oh, shit.
Never mind, dude. It's all
I
good.
have it. I have it with my fucking Akiba strip special edition for fucking Switch.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah! I have the
Nice.
There we go.
I've got the anime for it too. So why not?
Of course.
Hey, it goes on my like my Mom I Can Explain shelf with like Senran Kaguya and Galgun.
It's gonna be in the next favorite anime arcs blog for sure, dude.
I still gotta watch it, but I have it.
Ooh, speaking of anime, Dandadan is out. The first episode
is.
is out.
I think
Sick.
episode
Still haven't watched
2
it.
is on the way pretty soon.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, it should be this week. It's on
Oh.
Netflix and Crunchyroll.
Mhm.
Oh,
It is the best manga currently running right now, and the anime looks insane. I need
The
to.
anime's so good. I don't know anything
I
about
gotta
the
wait
manga.
till it
I don't
comes
know
out.
how to read,
Oh,
but
it's
I just
so
watched-
fucking good. About a month or two ago, they were going through this one arc, and they had one chapter that was just panels, just drawings, telling a story with a bunch of drawings, no dialogue.
the
read-
anime also like really has a whole lot of like play with different art styles and stuff. It's very creative.
So it had just a story being told from beginning to end in one chapter. Once I finished it, I just held my phone to my chest and I just laid there for like half an hour because the storytelling is so good. That's such a fucking good manga.
I just watched Kaiju number 8. That was a surprisingly really good series.
that's man. That was like me at the end of Akame ga Kill because fucking everybody dies and it's just like,
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen,
What?
yeah. Okay.
yeah, what the fuck did I just watch, man?
Sorry if it's spoiled for anybody, but it's kind of obvious.
I need to go watch more
Uh,
anime. Been slacking
yeah.
a whole bunch.
Friar and
Yeah, I know.
Spy
Dragon Ball
Family.
Daima.
Spy
Boshi
Family.
the
Yeah,
Rock.
Jaima's coming up.
Daima's on
Did you say
Friday. Yeah.
vagina's coming up? Is that what
the
you said?
best anime.
No, Dragon Ball Daima.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited about that one.
Hmm.
Even though it looks stupid as fuck, I'm still very excited.
Oh yeah. So we're coming up to an hour, 2 hours, and I figure we should probably taper this off before it gets too late. But I mean, we could go on for hours. But
Oh yeah.
I just want to thank you guys for filling in at the last minute. This was a hilariously unhinged and all over the place discussion. For all the 3DO fans listening, sorry we didn't really talk about 3DO that much. This is kind of was last minute. But yeah, next week we'll be back. Me and Thrak will be talking about Sherlock Holmes. So look forward to that. But before I sign off, guys, would you guys like to plug your shows real quick?
Sure. You want me? Who do you want to go first? Me, because I spoke up.
Sure, go for
Do
it.
I
it.
volunteer as tribute. I'm Nave, one half of Gaming Together Cooperative Podcast. My other co-host is on leave right now. He is moving across the country. We talk about co-op games, multiplayer games, stuff like that. We're mostly comedy. We like to screw around over there. First half of our show is just screwing around. So even if you don't want to hear about the game we're talking about, you can still hang out every week. So go check us out over there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chris, Aaron.
Aaron.
Okay.
Me? Okay. Well, yeah, I do SuperPod Saga and Retro Rehab. Both fucking ridiculous shows. SuperPod Saga, the main one though, because Jerry is going through shit with his back and money and stuff like that. But well, not money. I don't know why I defaulted to that. Cut that out. SuperPod Saga. We discuss a different video game topic each week with different guests. And we'll discuss every single video game topic there is until there's nothing else left to talk about. Then we'll end the show abruptly and walk away with an explosion behind us. Very goofy and stupid. Well, fuck. I don't know why I'm saying stupid so much, man. I'm being really hard on myself. Yeah, no, it's a good time. Come hang out. We talk about just a whole bunch of different games we like, games we don't like. We talk about our favorite controllers, obscure JRPGs. Eventually, I want to start talking about like a single game on each episode. I've been talking to both Bill and Chris about ones. I'll have to get Nave on to talk about a game that I think we have quite a few games in common we could talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, on the 360, the retro console.
Yeah, the 360 for sure. Holy shit. Yep.
Yeah, you guys got to do Spec Ops.
I've never played Spec Ops. Fuck.
That'd be a
So
great
fucking good.
opportunity because
So
it's one of my
fucking good.
favorite 360 games.
We could talk about Blue Dragon or something. Blue Dragon's fucking good though. That'd be a good episode. No one talks about Blue Dragon. That's it. That's my niche, Blue Dragon.
Nice. And Chris, I know the podcast is kind of on hold right now, but do you still want to shout it out and maybe talk about your store?
Bring it back.
So it's coming back at some point. We just got to figure out when. So basically, I quit my job. I quit the podcast. My wife quit the podcast and fell off a cliff. We put it on hiatus for what was supposed to be a few weeks while we went through some events where I was going to peddle my wares. And we forgot to pick it back up from the ditch that it fell down. But it's coming back. There are some episodes recorded that I just need to edit and put out. It's called The Novel Console. It's on every streaming platform. I think it's still on YouTube, but the episodes are not up to date on YouTube. We talk games, books, food, Nave sneezing, all that fun stuff. And if you want to sell video games, send me a message. I am at A Novel Console on Twitter or Consoles and Stuff on Twitter. I pay for shipping and I pay 90% of price charting. Not 90%, 60% of price charting on games. And I'm looking for Nintendo collections. So if you have Nintendo collections, I'll take those.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And with that, everybody, once again, thank you for joining us on the 3DO Experience. The 3DO Experience can be found on all the major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcast and Spotify. And be sure to check us out over on the SuperPod Network. That is superpodnetwork.com. All three of the other hosts here are part of the SuperPod Network, including the boss man, Aaron, down there. Hi, Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo!
A lot of awesome shows, videos, blogs. We're working on a series of spooky blogs for October, so be sure to look out for those.
Yeah.
And of course, be sure to check out all the awesome shows there, including SuperPod Saga, Super Ghost Radio, Retro Rehab, Tommy's Video Game Ride Along, Novel Console, Bar Silence, Fine Time, the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast, Remember 64, Gaming Together, Friday Night Gamecast, and of course the 3GNC shows, Gaming and Collecting, the 3DO Experience, and Geek Addicts.
Yeah.
And he won't be streaming this week, but be sure to check out Thrak's streams every Thursday. They're a fun time. He plays a bunch of Genesis games. And with that, everybody, thank you for joining us. We will see you all later.
Bye.
Peace.
All right.